just needs to get on the attack dance. I mean, he has 70 vills. He's so far in eco. Put some vills on the attack dance, and this will be even better. He's not switching. He's on XP. The cap is going down. It's getting melted by the buildings here. The longbows are still standing and doing damage.
Does he have enough steam though? I think
There's not
Julian
enough
is running out.
though. Yeah.
Eaton Bowman, 1.5 fire rate once again, coming up, Truck being king here, and just even though
Drag boxing the Naginatas forward, the Coyotes are trying to move, and the Atoman, he drag boxed the wrong direction, and now the Atomans are getting snared by
Oh my
goodness.
are shredding this right now, and it doesn't look like he's got his
11s.
I don't see any of the pikes. Where's the pikes on this fight? The Nagis are just cleaning this entire map up. Coyotes are falling. You got the Ashes getting buffed by the Dino. They've got Ashy attacking. They're absolutely shredding everything here. Yumi don't even need to micro this at this point.
He's going to have to sack off his Ruskies. He has to come in melee here.
Yes.
I don't think he can continue keep microing. Well, he's going to try, wait for reinforcements and try to make it to his blockhouses. The question is, how much damage will he going to be taking? This is nice micro from Ungers, but you know, the Atontons just have to attack move here. And 1.5 fire rate, they do have a staff animation. And the Tontons are absolutely insane. But he has drawn him into the double blockhouse. Now fighting under the double blockhouse. The question is it going to be
Muskets are a little
defensive?
behind here. The Cossacks are now getting snared by the Pumas and the Coyotes. The Explorer is now in with the triple XP tech. Some Warriors are mixing. The Atotan's doing absolutely insane amount of damage. He's on plus 36%. Look at him on the attack. That's a plus 36%. And he's just
Coyotes on the Strelets.
Blockhouses are actually doing decent damage here. The Coyotes are kind of going down. The Spears are now trying to move in towards the front, and it's actually a decent fight, I think, for Tabin.
Pretty good fight for Tabin, but you know, there's not very many Cossacks. He's letting a lot of these Coyotes and Pumas kind of shred his Strelets a bit. Finally getting his Cossacks where they want to be on the Slingers, and gonna be cleaning up.
Here, the ESOCs are out of position. The Carolinians as well, and the ESOCs are gonna go up top. Oh, the tree carrying here. The tree is for Sweden, and there you go. We can see some damage here. The ESOCs, all the ESOCs are dead. That's quite a lot of mass. The ESOCs coming back from their raid. Nah, bah GG. Optimus, his mass is getting completely clean with the ESOCs. That's gonna be a big snare right there, and there is no way those Carolinians are gonna come out alive.
Maybe should be able to swing this water fight. Yeah, it's so the micro here is so intense. Get in, get back in. Will the Yumi have the chance to snipe him? Look at the ship is at 62 HP.
Oh! Frontline with the god.
Oh no! Oh my god! Oh my gosh, it was insane, and that's GG. Wow, those galleys have such low HP.
Hello everyone, how is everyone doing this fine Sunday afternoon? And today we have 3 series between the Hudson Bay Bigs and Somali Kabuli Gaming. The first series today is going to be Minimoult versus Kevin. Minimoult playing for the Hudson Bay Bigs and Kevin playing for the Somali Kabuli Gaming team. And after yesterday, we had 2 series yesterday, if I remember correctly. We had, what's his name? We had Frontline versus Ketterboy, which is 6-1, and also Tabin versus Opti, which is 4-3. So actually SKG, which is the team that Kevin is playing for, is down by 4 points. So in the 3 series today, if they want a chance at hoisting the EPL trophy, they need to make up these 4 points. And let's see, I'm not sure why the camera is not working for me. And today I'll be casting with Lionheart this first series, and later on we will have I believe Mahongpa, and let's see who's casting the later games today. Mahongpa and Manakiko, and then the last series of the day between Lucas and Dennis will be Mahongba, and Haza. So a lot of very, very interesting things to look forward to today. All right, let's see if the camera's working. Hello? All right, what's up? So how is everyone doing this fine morning? We actually already have our Civ picks in here. So Lion, I believe, will be joining us shortly, but let's talk about the Civ picks for the game number 1 of Minimoult versus Kevin. So Kevin has picked Germany, and Minimoult has picked China. So just first impressions, right? Minimoult's obviously one of these China mains. His China is extremely strong. On the other hand, Kevin, I've seen him play Germany a lot as well. I don't think Kevin necessarily has a main civ. He is very, very good with a wide variety of civilizations. And yes, Kevin, 1900 duck coins. Very, very strong player. But overall about this matchup, so I myself am a Germany main, and I honestly don't like this matchup for Germany. I think China's death ball kind of gets rolling pretty quickly and is able to smash Germany with a lot of anti-cav and stuff, but maybe that's just me coping. I think objectively it's a pretty good matchup for Germany, but what do you think, Lion? Just thinking the introductions.
Oh yeah, big China man. China man. Oh, big China. China. China man. Are we live?
Yes, we're live.
Oh, big China man going live. Okay. Who's it? China versus who?
Versus Germany. So Kevin picking Germany, Minimoult picking China.
Shiza. Okay, so we got Germany versus Shiza. Okay. You know this is good for Germany, right?
Yeah, I agree. Objectively, it's good for Germany, but I think it's hard to play sometimes because China just gets that big melee death ball.
I mean, have you seen Germany's death ball?
With what, like Ulans? I don't know. I mean, people tell me different things. I think Ketterboy and I were talking about the other day, and Batu, and they were saying it's not a good matchup, and I sometimes agree. But
well, Ketterboy's a fucking noob, but doesn't know what the hell he's talking about, so he can shut his goddamn trap right now.
All right. We got Lion, number 1 player. Let's go. Number 1 caster.
Damn right. Bully Lion.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to bully people in chat. Here we got big Keister. Keister. When was the last time Keister played 1v1 ranked ladder with his actual real account? Probably 2021. Coward. Got Swisher Guts. Swisher Guts, are you still 1700 elo without Portugal? Yeah, I thought so. Who else is in chat? Who else can I bully? We got big Rohbrot. I can't bully Rohbrot. Rohbrot is genuinely good. Hazard, that British. Be careful of that Brit. He's a fucking weirdo, and he thinks he's good, but he's not that good. He plays Russia. What a noob.
Hazard.
Lion is drunk as hell. Well, I was sober when I fucked your mum. Heyo! Lion famous for his Germany. I literally think I've played Germany. I don't know. I don't know what my home city with Germany is, but it's not very high. I've probably got like a 5 home city with Germany. I kid you not. I think I've played them like twice on the ladder. And I'm not joking, probably twice on the ladder. But I've watched enough games. So you motherfuckers, I don't play this, I don't play this. I watch enough games. So I have a, an eye. I've got the, like, what's the word I'm looking for? I understand how these games go. So I understand, even though I don't play Germany, I've seen enough Germany to know their potential. Or how good they actually are. Surprised you figured out how to turn your PC on, you dumb fuck. Believe it or not, I built my PC. I built my last PC and the PC before it. How about that, Hazard? What's up, Kanoki? How you doing? Let Baron talk a little in this game. Go ahead, Baron. Right, Baron. See, Baron's too nice. We don't deserve Baron. This community doesn't deserve Baron. Right, Baron, I want you to be as mean as possible to someone in chat. Come on, you can do it.
Let's see.
Summon your Sith.
Let's scroll a little bit.
Who do you want to bully? Who do you really want to give it 2 barrels?
All right. Grimes. No, I don't know.
Go on, be really mean to Grimescene. Go on.
Oh, okay. Antonomy says fix my bed hair, so I'm just gonna ban him real quick.
That's summoning your inner Sith.
Yes, but I can't even.
You can
time
do
him
it.
out. Oh, there we go. Timed him out. Let's go.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Anyways, all right. I'm sorry, but I can't allow Baron to talk in this game. My purpose is to provide helpful and harmless information, and that includes maintaining a consistent and controlled environment for our interactions. Bringing in external voices or characters would go against my design and could lead to confusion. Is that ChatGPT?
What the fuck? Oh, that's funny.
All right. We're waiting for the first game to start up here, but we have
Oh damn! How expensive are your headphones, by the way? Jesus Christ!
they're pretty good. I got them a long time ago though, as a gift.
This looks like you're in space or some shit. It's like some NASA headphones. I've got these really like £10 cheap headphones that work give you for, you know, like when you get a laptop and they give you these shitty little headphones. That's literally what I've got.
Yeah. I don't know why I ever got these headphones. They were like, so I got the headphones as part of a gift, but then these headphones are like very hard to run, so you actually need like a separate amplifier for them, and I had to get that on my own, and that was quite an investment. But yeah, I mean, I've had them for maybe 8 years now, so they're quite old, but they're still working very well. Big fan. Yeah, everyone's talking about my bed hair. Maybe I should go wash my... Okay, we do have the first game. So let's stop talking about my hair and let's head right over there.
I'll give Honga some head.
Bruh. Alright, Lion, do you want to do the intros?
Yeah, why not? Why? Oh, I'm watching the ESOC stream. I wasn't watching your Discord thing. All right, let me. Do I need to put the sound up on here? Yeah, let me do that. Okay. All right, I'm ready. 20 seconds in. Let's go. So this is a best of 9, right? Or play
7.
Is it
play all
all
7.
9?
Play all 7.
Oh, sorry, play all 7. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Basically. Okay. Yeah. So we got play all 7. We are Kevin versus Minimoult. We've got Chinaman going up against the Germans. Kevin is in red, so he's on the left of the map, going up against Minimoult. I knew it was Minimoult I was going to be casting. I did say Minimoult. So Mini versus Kevin, interesting. Okay. Minimoult's playing as China on the right. How does this game go? It should be dominated like I guess Germany want to run the kind of the tempo. It's all about Germany dominating the strategy and like forcing China early on to be on the back foot. And China's all about kind of surviving Germany until they get their death ball, their unbeatable death ball. That is China with a lot of matchup, but it's definitely with this matchup. So Germany should harass early. They're going to harass early. Minimoult might decide to go for... Can we have a look at his deck? Look at China's deck. Okay, I'm going to take my sunglasses off, I think. I can't see that. Yeah, so he does have the 7 stepdaddies. So he could decide to go for... I mean, he's got a lot of H2 cards, actually. We could actually see something. It's called Germany. So we might actually see some H2 play here. I wouldn't be surprised. I saw recently. Does he have? I don't think he did. Did he have Mandarin Duck Squad in there?
No.
No. Well, what was that card to the? Oh, okay, right. Yeah. Mongolian Scourge. Sorry, yeah. Okay, so he's got Mongolian Scourge. So I think we could see some semi-FF stuff here. We could even see an early. Is it diplomatic intrigue? We could see some early diplomatic intrigue. I know there are some people that like to go this early, get the British redcoats out twice even. I think that was a Callan build, and it's actually quite good, and it's good defensively, but probably not going to see that. We're going to see French immigrants. Yeah, we're likely going to see more standard play, but you know he's got a lot of H2 cards, which is a bit surprising. So maybe we'll see a lot of H2 play here. But yeah, so it's all going to be about Germany should be forcing China on the back foot here, kind of applying pressure, trying to clip some veils. I mean, Germany have got so many options here as well. They could even tower rush. You can tower rush into a semi-FF. You can full-on tower rush. You know, take the TP out quite easily. You can go for a semi Ulan build here, which I presume Kevin will do. Yeah, there's just multiple options. So yeah, we'll just see how Kevin. I'm gonna go ahead and guess that this is gonna be an Ulan build. Can we just have a look to see what the natives are as well on this map? Okay, so House of Vaza. So that's interesting. Is it both House of Vaza? It is. So that could give greed options for both sides as well. So we might see some greed build from the Hanseatic League from both sides here. Going to be interesting. So yeah, there's lots of options. There's lots of greedy options now. Now we're House of Vaza. These top players like to do it as well. They like to go for that extra greed. They just can't. I don't know what it is, but like top players. Pro players, they just can't help but go greedy. They just cannot help themselves but chomp at the bit if there's an extra TP or free stagecoach or whatever it is. They just love going extra greedy. So I think the bait will just be too good for them.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think what we're seeing here with Place Your Minds early on with Germany is very standard and kind of indicative of just some Ulan play. If you were tower rushing with Bow Pike, you probably wouldn't be getting that at this time, and you definitely wouldn't be having a TP with no forward vills. But the thing is, with Germany, if you're able to get out some full batches of Ulans, you can cause some idle time, and then actually, in some cases, siege this TP for free as well, and just with your Ulans. So that is definitely an option to go for in this matchup. And I think China generally has some trouble dealing with, as you mentioned, the early pressure from Germany. And if they get to H3, Germany will have some very good early tempo before China gets their death bar completely rolling.
Bro, I'm just going to stop you right there, okay? We can't use any words any bigger than 2 syllables, okay? You man used the word indicative. Bruh, I woke up like, I've been doing baby share. You're using words like indicative on me. Bruh, you're gonna do me like that. I'm sleep deprived. I'm like 70 IQ at best as it is, all right? A man's using words like indicative. Bruh.
Anyways.
Oh, I do have one thing for you. I do have one thing. Whilst we wait to see what's going on here. Well, is that an early 700 coin, by the way? Holy shit.
Yeah, he's going for that semi.
Has he already shipped set the wagons?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Okay, yeah, so like I said, this is going to be a pretty basic Ulan semi-FF here, I guess. But it looks like he's going naked. And the stepdaddies, they are out. The belt's off. Stepdaddy's coming for you. And maybe... Oh, okay, I mean... 3 Ulans is obviously a good thing, right? So he hasn't made a single unit. And he's got 4 Ulans. And 4 Ulans is going to be plenty of cav to deter the 7 stepdaddies. So, yeah, this is...
I don't like this build against Germany, honestly. Like, they seem pretty useless if Germany does any sort of play in H2. And also, like, just as you said, like, just the 4 Ulans here are going to be able to deter these because they have more than double the damage of a Step Rider.
That's true. One of the reasons why they're good, though, is because if you can keep... what you want to do is you want to keep most of these alive. So even if you get 0 value in H2, that's okay as long as you don't lose any or many. Because when... can we check China's deck again and just to see if he's got Bayang Army in there? Because what you want to do, if you go 7... Yeah, so if you go Stepdaddies and you don't get any value, you will still be able to get fantastic value from that shipment as long as you don't lose any and you get Bayang Army in, because that's going to upgrade them all to veterancy essentially. And on top of that, Bayang Army gives you the Kesheks as well, veteran Kesheks, which are anti-cav, which is obviously a good thing against Germany, which is going to have cav no matter what. So he hasn't got any value here, and you can see Minimoult playing really cautiously, both of them playing cautiously. He's going to be relatively happy, though, that he's able to get into H3 for free here. He's going to be happy about that. His eco's good as well, because the Stepdaddy build, you go into H2 with Porcelain Tower. So, yeah, both of these guys playing super cautiously, super safe, super naked. And honestly, I don't know who that works out better for. But it's going to be, you know, both sides are going to be happy with that. So, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think in the long term this is good for China, right? Because I think China tends to have the better scaling, while Germany definitely has the better early H3 tempo. And I see Julian in chat saying that Germany here with the lower XP curve and no pressure applied to China is a little bit dangerous because, as you said, Minimoult is quite happy just going up completely unidled, just with everything that he wanted, Porcelain Tower, getting the Confucian Academy now for the 8 skirmishers. And let's see if he's macroing at all for Beiyang Army potentially. Doesn't look like he's quite there yet, but I do expect him to send this card at some point because he's going to get these Step Riders upgraded. As you mentioned, Keshiks and Step will be very, very good against any sort of like Skirm Ulan play. But here, Kevin is going for War Wagons, which is definitely the right, I think, composition given what he's seen so far.
Yeah, I mean, I was just about to say Kevin will be aggressive here. So this is going to be tough for China because you talked about scaling. Maybe in the mid game, in like the next 6 or 7 minutes, China will do well scaling. But as long as the scaling in the early H3 is going to be better for Germany, their shipments are just so insane, and they're going to start applying pressure with Skirm, Cav, and War Wagon, and that's going to be really tough early on for China to hold on. So China got to really desperately hold on here until they get into that mid stage of the game where they can, once the go.
This is huge.
No! That's 55 HP, you utter dumbass. Oh my god, Minimoult with the 60 IQ. Oh my god, he could have built it. He could have been. Minimoult is gonna be kicking himself. Oh my god.
That was like half a second from finishing. Bruh.
Guys in the chat, can I get a already, like something so basic like that, because he would have, like, how much does a village cost? 200 something wood, right?
180.
Is it 180? 180? Yeah. Like, he basically wasted 160, 170 wood
and
by
3 bills.
By basically finishing that off. So not only is he down villagers, he's now down like almost 200 wood. He's down population. Oh, that was a 2.2. That was tournament nerves. That was I'm in my first tournament. That was like proper tournament nerves. And I have, and Minimoult, like,
he's gonna lose these as
is
well.
A veteran as well. I cannot wait for Minimoult to come out and re-listen to this back and me calling him an absolute Mini, if you're listening in the future,
All right, Beiyang Army coming out now, though, and this is the timing.
Okay. Beiyang Army, now we're starting to look a little bit scary. He did get the Doppelstockners as well, by the way, so he's gone for the German ally, which is interesting. He's trying to make the initiative here. He's pushing the initiative. The stepdaddies are going to dive forward. That's going to allow some Keshiks to start doing some damage to the Cav. Skirm's in the back, going to be doing a load of damage, but this is where he wants. Can he get that death ball rolling? Can he get the melee on? He wants those wild hunters swinging those beautiful two-handed swords.
Oh, great
the
split there.
Connecting. Is it going to be enough, though?
No, I think the 5 batch of War Wagons is going to seal the deal here. There's just too much Cav left. I mean, he has enough Ulans to kind of tank a little bit. These Keshiks are going to go down, and after that, I mean, it's just Skirms, Age 1 Skirms versus Age 3 Skirms, right? Look at these guys, 117 HP, 15 attack versus these guys. Just much better Skirms from Germany here. And I'm tempted to even just call it here. I mean, he still has 7 War Wagons left, a Skirm advantage over China. And he has this big 9 Ulan shipment coming in here. And that, I think, will seal the deal. China just does not have enough anti-cav on the map right now.
Bruh, China never die. That's all I'm going to say. Be careful. Be careful. China never die. Well, he will if he just throws free skirms away for free.
Well, he's lost 4 bills.
That's true. But this is China. This is still China. Was it 9 cav, I think, coming in? I think we've got like 9 or 8. Yeah, okay. All right, maybe. Now that will seal the deal. That will seal the deal.
And Cav Combat coming in after that.
Yeah, that's a hexagram seal right there. That will definitely seal the deal.
And right now, Minimoult is shipping arcs, so he will have just no anti-cav whatsoever. These Changdao are going to get melted by Cav Combated Ulans. There's nothing here.
Yeah, the skirm on skirm war doesn't go too well for China here. Obviously, they have to have superior numbers. Does have that flying crow, but I mean, Kevin's got more than enough to deal with it. And China's shipping skirms.
Yeah.
Ugh. Okay, he's starting to get a decent mass of Changdao there. Okay. He's only 2k scored down, so you know. If he can use that flying crow to do a lot of damage to the skirmishers, and maybe, you know, what he wants to try and do is bait Kevin in, force him to take a bad fight, use the infrastructure to his advantage, you know, make those choke points really tough for Kevin to dive in under, and kind of try and bait him that way and just take a good fight. But it's not easy, and as long as Kevin isn't sleeping and making any bad decisions, he should just back up here and just make sure he's not taking any bad, unnecessary fights and trying to end the game quicker than he needs to. Yeah, he's just chilling. He's almost got another shipment. Probably, what shipments has he got left? I'm sure he's probably still got 8 cav. Yeah, just wait for that 8 cav to come in. Oh, Circle Army. Okay, that's a nice bit of spice I would have liked to have seen in this game, but Circle Army, damn. Imagine if we saw the Black Brunswickers. Now that would give. That would get the blood pumping down south, if you know what I mean.
I did see him earlier on in this tournament. I think there was a series where he did this against France. I can't remember who. Was it actually against Minimoult in week 1? Might have been. But
what, he went Black Brunswickers?
He went Circle Army multiple times in a row.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, how I missed that. Oh God, I missed that.
It was
that's
the first
what
week.
A baby does.
Yeah.
God damn, I missed that. That's a shame. Someone's got to give me someone's got to have the recording for that.
Okay, this is interesting now. So he is shipping Manchu, and what this will do is it'll render a lot of these Ulans kind of pretty ineffective, right? He has enough of a body block now of Changdao, as you mentioned. He got 15 of them, and then the Manchu behind can just DPS everything. So maybe has Kevin waited too long to take this fight? I mean, the China death ball is deathballing. Certainly, he's getting a lot of units out now on the field.
Kevin, get your Manchu forward, you god no! Minimoult, what are you doing? Get the Manchu forward. Oh, I mean, the cab. Oh, wow, yeah. And I hate this. Oh, God, it really grinds my gears. So many China players throw away their flying crows. They treat flying crows like they have leprosy, and it does my head in because they are so good if they're allowed to. They have such high DPS, and now the cab are just swarming, and Changdao going forward. The Manchu are going to be there doing damage, but the skirmishers from Kevin are going to be melting them one by one, and I think there's just too many cab. There's too many cab, and look at this. Look at Minimoult's position. He should be behind the tree line. He should be fighting behind the tree line, but instead he's in front of it. He didn't protect his flying crow. He almost has another flying crow. You know, this could have been a very, very different fight, but instead Minimoult is not playing his usual self here, taking bad fights. Yeah, this right here will seal the deal. He had an opportunity to get back into this game, but this right here will seal the deal.
So many villagers now going down for China. So Germany is on 46 villagers. Oh, 5 of these meteor hammers popping out, but there's just too many war wagons left. They're going to pick one off for free. And Minimoult's only on 22 villagers. So Germany is on almost double the economy right now of China. This porcelain tower, yes, makes up for some of it. The Confucian Academy is giving him some flying crows, but I don't know. I mean, now we talked about scaling earlier on in the game, but here, I mean, Germany is definitely scaling better now with just a massive economy, and was able to keep most of his mass alive, especially these expensive war wagons.
Game over, man. Game over.
Game over.
Mini's just limping in, but yeah, it's over. Cavalry harassed in and shipping more cav HP. Icing on the cake. He's having fun with it now. He's having some fun with it now. Again, still playing very cautiously. Again, do you know what? I am one of the only players in the game, I swear to God, that actually rate flying crows. Honestly, flying crows versus infantry is so good, and people just throw them away like they're rubbish. And Minimoult's micro could have been so much better here. He could have protected the flying crow. He could have waited till he got his second flying crow out. Then that would have been really scary for Kevin to have to deal with. But It wasn't meant to be. He could have fought behind the tree line as well, just used the geography to his advantage, and yeah, it just hasn't worked out well for him. And this is going to be game 1, and Minimoult, obviously it's a tournament, so you want to stay in for as long as possible, just in case something happens, but I don't see anything happening right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's up in mass. Kevin is up in mass. He's up in eco. He's up in tech advantage. These Ulan are now no longer paper thin. They've been cuirassed, cab combated, and cab HP'd, carded. So they are very, very like beefy boys. 47 damage. Look at them go. And here now he's just gonna take down all this infrastructure for free. A couple of skirms getting caught out there is not the best, but they'll actually trade fine, even in lower numbers against these arquebusiers. And yeah, there goes Kevin's military production building. So he's not even going to be able to mass until he gets these war academies back up, maybe on the north side.
Does Mini have something coming in? Like, is there something he's waiting on here?
He was waiting for the 10 Chandal, and it could have popped here, but I mean, there's so many skirms on the front line. There was just no way. And well, that's GG.
Everybody.
So
GG.
What we learned from this game is probably Lion has better game knowledge than everyone else in the game, because he said this was a German favored matchup, in spite of what other people say.
Or it was Minimoult being, hey, my name's Minimoult, I'm playing as Vampire Fair, everybody. I'm playing as Vampire Fair. Minimoult woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning. He didn't engage his brain. That is probably one of the worst mistakes I've ever seen in a tournament setting. He had 55 HP left on a house to build. He had 3 villagers, and he ran away from it.
Yeah.
That was, I mean, you gotta laugh. You just gotta laugh. That was one of the funniest things I've seen in a while in a tournament.
That was this moment here, and I mean, after that, he was idling just a lot as well. I mean, I don't want to be too hard on the players, but I mean...
No, be hard on them.
But look at this, right? Like, that's like a full minute of idle time, or maybe... I mean, 3 minutes of idle time where he basically stayed at 24 villagers. I mean, he trained 1 in transition here, but he lost 1 as well. So, I mean, overall, this was a tough game for Mini. And let's head back to the home screen and see what the game, the picks are for game number 2. All right. Game
Aaron,
2.
Have you ever heard?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Have you ever heard of a Parma Violet?
No. What is that?
You looking at the camera?
Yes, I am. Is that a candy?
Never had a Parma Violet?
No, I haven't.
Yeah. We call them sweets over here, motherfucker. All right, get that Yankee Doodle shit out.
I mean,
right?
I was in the
They
UK
are the
earlier, but now I'm
greatest
back in the land of the free, home of the brave. All right.
You got us there. It's the greatest sweet. If anyone's never, I'm gonna just put it up to the camera. If anyone's had a Parma Violet before, the greatest sweets known to God.
All right, we do have the Civ picks for the game number 2, though. Minimoult playing the British, and Kevin playing Ethiopia. And this is a painted desert, so there are cows on the map. And what do we say about Ethiopia on cow maps, Lion?
What do you say about what?
Ethiopia on cow maps.
Oh, yeah, Ethiopia's going to run around the map. He's going to take all of Revnak's mum, his auntie, his sister, and he's going to have a very powerful livestock boom.
Yeah, for sure.
But this is Brits we're talking about, so Brits go bruh, and yeah, interesting pick to go Brit.
Yeah, I mean, I think Brits is one of Mini's main civilizations, so maybe it's more of a comfort pick for him. He did actually counter pick this game, so he saw Kevin pick Ethiopia, and I think Brits generally can do fine against Ethiopia. The danger is just that the Shawtel warriors early on can kind of run you around, and they'll do a good job against any longbows and anything that Brits has. But I think overall in H2, like, Brits can definitely hold the Ethiopia pressure and even outsboom. Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I think some people will say it's Brit favored, but you know, Ethiopia definitely have a good. Ethiopia can do that kind of Guess Kenya build where they get the fort down and then they ship the cannoneers. They make a load of Guess Kenya and then they can send some shuttles as well, and they can just hold off. They can hold Brits push, especially if they're going full musketeer with the cannoneers, and then they can kind of age up behind it and just kind of do Africa things. So yeah, so I feel like it's fine on both sides.
Yeah. So earlier on in this tournament, when MDS, my team, was in, Warsword was actually showing us all lots of pretty cool Ethiopia builds. He did this build with a semi-FI with these conquistadors, these Jesuits. I mean, I'm not saying that that's a good plan against Brits. It certainly isn't. But he actually won 2 games, I think, as Ethiopia against Brits throughout the group stage. So he was doing very, very well in this matchup.
Wasn't that Batu's build? Isn't that the one?
So Batu learned it from Warsword in our practice games.
Oh wow, okay, yeah, because that build was insane. That build actually was insane.
Yes. So yeah, we were doing that in lobby games, and Warsword showed Batu and the rest of us that build. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was. I mean, you could do that build without going Jesuits, and you could just do it. You can do it the Indian version as well, and get those.
How does?
It was a. Yeah, it's definitely a that build. When I saw Batu do it, that was definitely intrigued me to want to try that build.
All right, we're just waiting for the players to start their game. Lion, you gotta go yell at them.
Yeah. Before we do that, the beauty of their women and their taste of their food make Brits the best sailors in the world. Yeah, yeah, I've heard that one before. Yeah, that's a classic. That is. Baron, I want you to give me. I want you to be diabolically racist against the British. I want you to give me your best diabolical racism. I want you to give me your best accent. Go on, give me your best British accent and be as racist as possible.
Okay, give me a phrase for me to say.
Bottle of water.
Bottle of water.
Have a bottle of water, please, mate.
Can I have a bottle of water, please, mate?
That was fucking disgusting. That was terrible.
I can't do it. Dude, I'm like, I actually wonder, what do you guys think of my accents? Where would you guess I'm from in the US based on my accent?
I don't know. Probably somewhere where they like the smell of their own farts. San Francisco or California or something.
Yeah, I mean, that's close. California. So I'm actually surprised people say California because I never really lived in California until pretty recently. Callan says Midwest. I was actually born in Chicago, so maybe that is a little bit of an indicator. But
Callan sounds like he's from kind of somewhere in the mid USA or maybe mid South somewhere.
Callan's from Chicago area, right? That's what I thought.
New York.
All right, we are in the game, so let's
Chicago.
Get in there.
Let's get in there. All right, boys, come on in. Lesby Avenue. All right, you scallywags. Let's go game number 2. What do we got going on here? We are... What's the map called?
It is Painted Desert.
Painted Desert. Well, there's not much painting going on this desert because all I can see is brown. God, I hate this map. ESOC. Why does this map exist every tournament I see? Every goddamn tournament I see, ESOC. They've put this goddamn map in it. Why, I do not know. But here we are on Painted Desert. We got Minimoult in the north of the map, playing in blue as the British. The British are coming. The British are coming. And we've got Kevin in the red in the south of the map playing as Ethiopia. He's already picked up a couple of livestock. So how much livestock are on this map? You know, is it 7 or 8?
I think it's 8 in total. So right now, Kevin has 3, and Minimoult has 3 as well. And then I think there's 1 here and 1 up here that's left. So it's 8 total, yeah.
I do think the extra livestock can slightly be overrated with Africa. If we go over to one of the livestock, how much influence is it producing? You can see there it's producing 0.08 influence. When you compare that to a zebu cattle, I believe is 0.15. So with just resource production, they're basically half a zebu cattle. They don't sell for anywhere near as much resources as Zebukatl either.
Well, once they fasten, they do, right? It's 500 max for both of these.
Yes, but Zebukatl, they have different buy and sell rates, I believe. I believe it's different. I can't remember the ins and outs, but they never get to the same level.
Right,
I'm pretty sure they never get to the same level as Zebukatl. But anyways, yeah. So I don't know. Maybe it's a bit overrated. I don't know. It's debatable. However, you know, it's still a benefit that they get. It's kind of like India's benefit. India get a small trickle of XP, right? Whilst Africa civs get a small trickle of influence. So I guess it's comparable to playing India on these maps, which, you know, it is good. It definitely bumps them up probably a tier or so, or, you know, puts them at the top of their tier at least when they're on maps without TPs. So yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, so far we've seen some very standard stuff. I mean, Brits going for their 2 manners. Already pretty aggressive with his manor placements, kind of securing these 2 native posts. Maybe he wants to prevent Ethiopia from getting them or something. Or, I mean, I don't really see him going for the Apache or the Navajo himself as the Brits. But on the other hand...
It's just to keep the line of sight.
Yeah.
It's to keep the line of sight so it can't be taken off, that's all.
Yeah, definitely. Makes sense. And... I mean, let's look at the cows now. I mean, how many have... So Kevin's only gotten the 3. So does that mean that Minimoult is able to get 5? Because that would be huge. Because I'm not seeing the...
2 there, I think.
Do you see one? Oh, there it is. And he's eaten a few, right? Potentially.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, the most effective way to use livestock with Brits, I think, is to eat them early.
Yeah.
I don't really see too much point of them hanging around unless you get loads, and then you can put a livestock down. But obviously, that's not happened here.
Yeah.
Minimoult has picked up 100 food. That's crazy.
Yeah, to me, it's
Great
kind of
treasure.
crazy that with the faster explorer, Kevin actually got fewer livestock. He was only able to pick up 3 in comparison to like Mini's 5. So that's a little bit of a loss in age 1, right?
Yeah, the livestock I feel like on this map isn't as predictable as it is on other maps, because I don't know, there's something about this map which is quite janky, and I think the livestock, they do spawn in that, like, they kind of have a range of where they spawn, but I think sometimes it's a bit more janky where they spawn than it is in compared to other maps that have livestock spawning. So yeah, so I think it's a little bit so you can get a little bit unlucky, I think is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
With where you scout. So
Definitely makes sense.
and now we've got the best civ in the game, aging up at 4 minutes 15 or whatever it was, with 18 villagers, a barracks going down, a forward base, a forward tower, 700 wood on the way. That's going to be an extra like 4 or 5 villagers. And then he'll probably ship 4 villagers, 600 wood, which will be another 3 or 4 villagers. And whilst he's doing all that, he's spamming units out. And yeah, this is why they're the best civ in the game.
Yeah, definitely. I think Brits is very, very strong for sure. And what I wonder is, what is Kevin's plan going to be with regards to this forward base? Is he going to try to have a Gaskenia kind of shot hill timing? I did notice that he had the 7 cannoneers in his deck early on, which can do very well if Brits is massing a lot of musketeers. But I do think they probably lose to longbows, right? But you kind of have shot hill to deal with that. Not exactly sure how this matchup generally plays out.
I don't think Ethiopia wants to stay in H2, that's for sure. But
Yeah.
so he's got the fort going. Okay, interestingly, he's going for 700 wood first. He is making some Abans as well. So can we just check how many Abans he's got?
Yeah, for sure.
Because he has been just the 2. Is it just the 2? Okay,
Yes.
so he's only built. Okay, he's got another one. You used to be able to
Bash train them.
yeah, which was crazy because they're better than a villager at gathering. So to be able to batch train like 5 Abans in one, by 5 minutes was absolutely insane. So that was actually a really good nerf. But he's booming. What he's going to do, he's going to get max Abans. He's going to mass a load of Gaskenia. After this fort, he'll send cannoneers, and then after the cannoneers, he may send 700 gold and age up. And I think that is like Ethiopia's best tempo timing. I mean, there could be a card or 2 in between, but Ethiopia just have a really good route in a tempo route to age up, and it's used by the fort and the cannoneers, both very good defensive units, which will allow him to kind of age up and defend any of his infrastructure. Early longbows coming in from Minimoult, so Minimoult is prepared for it, by the way. Can we just double check that that's not that looks like a shipment? Can we check Minimoult's shipment? That looks like he sent 6. Yes, so okay, interesting. So he's gone for 700 wood straight into 6 longbows, and that tells you the reason he went for 6 longbows is because, I mean, it's good against Kenya, of course, but I think the reason he's a little bit worried about those cannoneers. So, yeah, so that just tells you how, you know, at the back of Mini's mind, he is mentally preparing for that cannoneer shipment, and it's already on its way. So here we go, baby.
Yeah, I mean, this is not enough longbows, I think, yet to really pose that much of a threat to this Ethiopian mass, right? These cannoneers are going to do decently well against them, and definitely will do very, very well against the musketeers. So my question is, has he added a second military building yet? No, he has not, right? Because he went 700 wood into the 6 longbow. He isn't able to actually get his second military building out, which, I don't know, would you say that's a bit of a mistake? Because if he's not able to put that much pressure on with the 6 longbow, that seems like kind of a wasted shipment to me.
I think Brits are just all about waiting for a timing here. I think he did actually just put down his second infantry infrastructure building.
There
I don't know if it's going to be, okay, it's going to be a second barracks. Cannoneers pushing in now, and you can see longbows already in queue in order to counter that. But look how good, this is what I was talking about. Look how good those cannoneers are. They're just completely pushing the mass of Brits away, and they are mini Abbas guns. They are essentially mini Abbas guns, and look at the damage they're dealing. It's absolutely great. And the best thing about these cannoneers, it almost feels like a free shipment. The reason I say that is because the shipment with the fort, that gives you like 300 export as well, or influence, and so you basically have enough influence by the time that fort gets built to send the cannoneers in, and they are just behind it, just absolutely dominating. And for some reason, Mini's fighting this. He does have a lot of longbows, but the musketeers are getting melted, which is exactly what he wants, because the shuttles are coming in for the cheeky flank. And Deary, oh, and a double bat. This is, oh, Ethiopia. Making Brits look bad. Now that is saying something. And this is exactly what I was talking about. He is doing this is, I call this the Julian build, because I saw Julian do this a lot. And this is exactly how he played against like top Brit players, and and the best thing about all of this from Ethiopia is like he could easily send a 700 coin shipment and just age up behind this. There is no reason why he can't. Look at that massive shuttle. He shipped shuttle warriors.
He's got 18 shuttles. He's shipped shuttles. He's shipping against Kenya now, and he's just gonna have a crazy mass here. And I mean, Brits actually had to call Minutemen, and these guys got no value just now. And I definitely agree. So this might be a little bit nerdy, Lion, but what do you think about some little wall segments, cheeky wall segments here to prevent the shuttles from running all over your
that
infantry?
would be good. That would definitely be good. There's no reason why you couldn't do that. Yeah, I mean, that's very Revnak style.
Yeah.
It would be good, though. You know, it would be good. Especially now that he's been given time to do it as well, then yeah, he should 100% do it. Or even put like a market next to, you know, just do something to put chokes in there and make it as difficult as possible. And just give your longbows just, you know, space to just stand there and fire. Now, another problem here is that what the shuttles do is they kind of act as they're a cavalry unit, right? But the guest Kenya want to get in nice and close. They want to be stabby-wabby, because the closer they get to a unit, the faster they fire. A bit of a mistake with those longbows coming out, and that's going to give Kevin an opportunity there just to turn around and go for another fight. But maybe that was really good bait there by Mini.
But I think
this was with those longbows.
This was a great remass for Minimoult here, and musks are exactly what he needs here, right? There was a big mass of shuttles. I think there were 18 of them, and now there are only 6 of them. So he's lost a lot of shuttles in that little fight under the outpost here. And now he's going to force some idle time from the Brits, but I don't think they really care. The musketeers are close by, and he's definitely gotten his great coats, so these vills won't die quickly to these shuttles, which are not the best rating cav, right? They only have 13 hand damage, which is quite low for a cav type unit.
The only thing I worry here about Kevin is that he might have missed his timing. He might have missed that sweet spot timing for their age 3. Like there was a point there where his Cannoneers were pushing and doing so much damage. Like, did he need to make as many Shuttle Warriors as he did? Did he need to send Shuttles and guess Kenya behind this? Or could he have just sent 700 coin and easily aged up behind it whilst Minimoult was licking his wounds and kind of remassing behind all of it? So that's the only thing I worry about now. Can we just double check how many Abans he's got?
I think he got all 5 out, actually. Yep. 5.
Yeah. So he's you should see 5 Abans as probably like 7 Vils, to be honest. So he's basically got an extra 7 Vils here. 0.65 coin and 0.22 influence is a lot of resource.
Yeah, but to be fair,
Cabra and a gas coming in.
Sorry.
Cabra and a gas. So that
the
tech
fast
that he's got
stage
coming in. So that's going to be the fast stage hit, and he is aging, and he's doing it without a shipment, so that's kind of nice. And that right there showed you the power of those Abans. Like, he literally just has 5 Abans on coin, and that showed you how quickly he was gathering that coin, as well as influence behind this. The economies will be closer than you might think. How many villagers do we have? Okay, 47. So that's that. He obviously has the lead, but Ethiopia have an extra resource to gather, which you have to take into consideration, and 5 Abans. Can we just see what Kevin's aging up with? Which
Somalis.
Okay, Somalis. Okay.
I actually don't really see this often, right? Usually you would go to H3 with the
you
Portuguese
used to see it more. You used to see it more before it got nerfed, I think. But he's going to give him the Musketeer type units or the Dragoon type units. Or they're more like Caroleans. The Issa warriors. So that's nice. But what's his next? So he's going to do that for an extra bit of protection, and then he's going to wait for the Sebastopol, the big boy, to come in. And it's all going to be about whether or not he can wait for that to come in. He needs to keep his Abans here as well. He wants to keep the Abans around the fight here, because the Abans are going to be key in order to protect and heal that Sebastopol mortar. This is one of the most OP things about this civilization, is the fact that Abans can heal the Sebastopol mortar. The problem is, Minimoult is swarming the TC really nicely. Minimoult, swarm Mini. This is what he needs to do. He needs to make sure that Sebastopol mortar has nowhere to run. It needs to be scared. It's coming out in the tiny little space. Put them on melee. Kill that thing right now. The big hole, the big gaping hole. And it goes down, and that was perfect play by Mini. Perfect by Mini. That's exactly what you do. You swarm the town center and don't let any of those shipments run away from you. Really good stuff there by Mini.
Yeah, I mean, this looks like a phenomenal fight for Mini. I mean, everything is idled as well here. I saw the Vils were running up to the north side of the map, and the Abans kind of just dipping out of there. And yeah, fighting before veterancy, getting all of this Gascania mass kind of reduced here, and even losing a shipment. And I mean, he's shipping Gascania now, but I'm not sure what these 9 Gascania are going to be able to do against this British mass.
Yeah, it's going to be tough at this point. He's sending more Gascania. I mean, he needs Nef tenure right now. He does have 7, but again, there's longbows, so it probably doesn't matter really too much what he makes. I mean, the score, there's 3k score deficit, 2.5k score. If he can stabilize, then maybe there's a chance. But Minimoult is running all the way to chase these units. I'm not sure I like that.
Well, he knows the Vils went up to the north, right? I think.
Has he scouted?
Oh, maybe he sees that.
Ooh, maybe, just maybe he scouts that. Also, maybe not.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to tell when they're in the shadow like that. But Brits actually aging up to H3 themselves here. Which maybe is the right play, but also maybe is giving too much time here for Kevin, because honestly, Brit could probably just end the game here with just double batches of units, right? And just run down all these Vils that he knows are kind of migrating. And here he's catching all of these Abans out, and they're actually still getting healed from the Mountain Monastery, but I mean, these Musketeers can go into melee, snare all of these, and this is a huge cache. Like, as you said, it's like basically 7 villagers going down. The rest of these Musks just getting caught out by the longbows, and I think this is too much to handle.
Yeah. Just like Redneck's mum. Way, we did it. Anyways, just kidding. She's not too much to handle. I've got. Anyways, Okay, yeah, the score deficit is... to be honest with you, it doesn't really matter what Mini does at this point. It doesn't matter if he stays in age 2. It doesn't matter if he goes up to age 3. It really doesn't matter at this point. He's won regardless. As long as he doesn't... Well, I mean, as long as he doesn't fuck up. Yeah, look, just making it even worse. The thing is, the Sebastopol Mortar is the biggest issue here. Once that goes down, Mini doesn't really have anything too much to fear. Like, it's just going to be Nef Tenya, Guess Kenya. Yeah, I mean, that's basically it, right? So yeah, so Minimoult played really well here. After a very sketchy early age 2 there, it was looking really rough for him at some point. But again, honestly, I feel like Kevin missed his timing with the age 3, and I think he should have gone much earlier into age 3. When he had the perfect opportunity to do it, and I think that's what's probably cost him this game.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like shipping 6 Shoto and 6 Gaskenia, I think really achieved nothing here for him in H2. Instead, if that were just 700 coin or something, he could have been up like 2 minutes faster probably. Because he did so much early damage. Like Brit had no tempo to really push him in H2.
Exactly.
And
exactly.
Yeah, he kind of wasted
that was
the time.
when he should have aged, and that is exactly when he should have aged. So yeah.
Yeah.
And that's going to be GG. Yeah, GG. You know, good turnaround by Mini there.
Definitely. I mean, you can say you're right again. Brit's best Civ in the game.
Well, there you go. I mean, there you go. I mean, their eco just goes brrrr.
Yeah, look at that.
It's the reason Brits are so like the reason they're the best Civ in the game. I mean, they're the best Civ in the game with Aztec. You know, they're definitely up there. Brits and Aztec are the best Civs in the game. And the reason why Brits are so good, you saw that like they age with like 18 to 19 villagers, and they get to age up like 30 seconds faster than the average Civ. Like that is, I'm sorry, that is just fucking insane. That is just, they've always been too insane. And when I quite, if you listen to some people, lobbied to get the mana boom nerf. I remember saying that mana should cost 150 wood, which works out at like an 8% increase or something to the wood cost per mana. And so literally, max manas literally only cost like an extra 150 wood. Like that's the only difference. And people went fucking batshit crazy at me. Well, now what have you got to say, bitches? Now what you got to say? You played yourselves, fools. You played yourselves. Anyways, I got that off my chest.
All right, we do have the next matchup here. Lakota for Minimoult. Sorry, Lakota for Kevin, and Spain for Minimoult. But yeah, I definitely agree. Like Brit right now is just an incredibly strong Civ. I don't know if they're the best Civ with Aztec. I mean, that's my low opinion, because I think Brit is harder to play than most and many of the other S tier Civs at the lower elo levels. So anything under like 1800, 1900 elo, I think Brit is a harder Civ to play than some of the other S tier Civs.
Brits do have a high skill ceiling, but people do overestimate how tough they are. But because Brits are basically like a flowy Civ. Like once you get into the flow, like it's just spam. Like once you got the hotkeys down to like spam manas, like it's really not that tough. Like it's really not that hard.
The hotkey for manners is the points at which you need to get to in order to play Brit optimally.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Just spam manas. Take map control, and then just spam units. It's like it's not that. The most difficult thing about Brits is learning. Is all about the toughest thing is the micro of the Civ and microing your units. That's the toughest thing about them. Honestly, they're not that. They're not like Brit mains like to like toss each other off and like tell each other how good they are because they play a tough Civ. It's really not that tough. It's really not that difficult.
Well, I actually think...
I'll tell you what is difficult. Playing against Brits. That's what's fucking hard.
Yeah,
is
sure.
Against Brits.
Definitely. Actually, I'm surprised you think Brit's micro is that difficult, because I feel like Longbow, Huss, Musk is generally not too hard of a composition to micro. In exchange, I mean, like Longbow don't even really want... You really don't even want to be touching the Longbows that much, right? So, and your Musketeers just walk forward.
It's all about having that game sense between knowing when to fight and when not to fight, learning cav flanks and all of that sort of stuff. That's what's difficult, and that's the difference between 1700 elo and 2200 elo players is that timing, knowing when the timing is. knowing how to control your cab properly. Yeah, that's what the difference is, and that's not easy. You can't just teach someone that.
Definitely
that
agree.
takes a lot of
Yes,
experience.
yes. Yeah, I think the decision making with Brits of knowing when to age, when not to age, what units to mass in which situations, etc. That's generally what makes a difference, as you say, between somebody of my elo and somebody of like a top.
And
top
I'm
player.
teetering on the timeout button over Passy, but when I time out Passy, he literally goes running to Joshua and Giggs and tells them how unprofessional ESOC is. Oh, Joshua! Oh, Joshua! That is literally... Lionheart banned me. He timed me out, Joshua. Can you help? Otherwise, I'm going to call you unprofessional. Suck my fat slong, Passy.
All right. Let's get into the game. We do have the next game. It's Spain versus Lakota on Pomerania. So let's head into there. All right, Lion. We can continue the chats, but let's introduce the players.
I want to continue
first.
the Passy rage bait.
Yes.
All right, we've got game number 3 underway. We're on a more familiar map, which is good to see. Now this is a tournament map, baby. This is a good map. This is what we like to see. So we've got interesting civ picks here. So does this mean Kevin had the counter pick?
Let me think. So
right?
the first game, Kevin won. So Mini had the counter pick game 2, and Kevin has the counter pick here. Yes.
Interesting. So Kevin is counter picking with Lakota. So it's funny. There'll be people who will say that Lakota don't counter Spain. I kind of think Lakota are a pretty good civ versus Spain. Spain don't have that many bad matchups. I mean, Brits being one of them. Other than that, they don't have many bad matchups. But I think Lakota is kind of one of them because you can't play overly standard. Like Rodolero is one of the best units in the game, honestly, if they get in a certain mass. You can't really, you got to be really cautious about making Rodoleros and Musketeers in general against Lakota because they have the infamous Rifle Rider, which can just absolutely stack them. And so you got, if you're that way inclined with Spain, you've got to play a different way. So yeah, maybe like Spain, Skirm, Rod, and Goon. You need to add that cavalry element. You have to add a cavalry element in this matchup. So it's not always necessarily that it's a bad matchup for Spain. That's not necessarily true, but it does. Lakota kind of forces Spain to play a certain way. Lakota can even H2 push, by the way. So Lakota can H2 rush as well. They're one of the best H2 kind of aggressive civs in the game. Definitely up there with like Aztec H2, Otto H2. They are one of those civs that can rush and be super aggressive. So just having a quick look at the deck, you can see Spain. Minimoult has got a lot of H2 player, and H2 play has been very... We've seen a lot of H2, right? We've seen a lot of H2 recently in the ladder. We've seen a lot of H2 Spain in tournaments recently as well. So there kind of seems to be this meta forming with H2 Spain. So we could even see some H2 Spain here from Mini. Can we have a quick look at Lakota? Kevin, who is in red in the right of the map. Both of these guys have gone for a starting TP. We've got a 1v1 water deck. We do have... let's have a look. So we've got the free infantry and cav cards. We've got all the important H4 cards. We've got a lot of H3 cards. So yeah, so this could be honestly, this could be a bit of anything. So, and I like decks like that because if Minimoult's looking at that deck, like he's not going to know if it's H2, H3, H4, or like somewhere in between, you know. So Minimoult is going to have to do the hard work for himself. He's going to have to physically scout, you know, any forward huts or any in-base stables, that sort of stuff. So seeing a deck like that, I think is really, really smart by Kevin. It's very tournament deck as well, so it's going to be tough for Kevin to know. Also, likewise, if Kevin is looking at Mini's deck, Kevin actually has to be kind of careful that there's not going to be an H2 play here, because you look at that deck, he's even got Reconquista in there, which is obviously the if you go Expo Pike, that can be quite good. So yeah, so again, so both of these guys are gonna have to, they're gonna want to be careful about scouting each other because they're not really sure which way this is gonna go. We do have the House of Vaza on this map as well, which is you know, everyone's favorite native because of the Hanseatic League and the extra greed. We do see 2 forward villagers going here by Mini. Does look like we're gonna see some early H2 play. Are we even going to see some Expo Pike because he has the Reconquista card in his deck? We might actually see Expo Pike. Can we just make sure he's not... yeah, sorry. For a second, I thought it could potentially be Logi, but it's definitely not a Logi build. So, yeah. Okay, there goes a forward barracks. And can we scroll down from that barracks? Because there's a blob of red there. Oh, we're going to see a good old-fashioned H2 versus H2, baby. They don't see each other yet, but when those barracks both get built, they will see each other, and it will be all hands on deck, baby. Oh, no, he wants to move that outpost. Definitely want to move that outpost. Maybe he'll move it now. Can we see his line of sight? Can we see Mini's line of sight? Oh, he still doesn't
Too late,
see it.
no.
Oh, no. That is detrimental. Oh, big high. Likewise, does Lakota see? Oh, he does now.
Now they do. This Ville's looking at each other.
Mini is not going to be happy about that outpost placement. However, that's not the end of the world. So, yeah, this is going to be good old-fashioned H2. And I would be worried if I was Spain here because, like I said, Lakota have one of the best H2 aggressions in the game. So yeah, needs to be careful. I love the way he took that herd as well. He back-herded that herd for himself and made it more difficult for Kevin to get to.
Yeah, definitely very good. Although, look at this Musketeer badge. It's going to be out here just in time. The C-Tons are also coming out right now. And we did notice that in Age 1, I think Minimoult had the far better Age 1. He was able to age with 15 bills, nearly idleless, while Kevin aged at around like 3 minutes and 11 seconds, which is, I mean, quite slow, right? But on the other hand, I mean, this is kind of what I expected because earlier on in this tournament, Boy, who is on Minimoult's team, played this matchup against Julian and was actually able to win with this kind of double racks musk rod composition against Julian's Lakota. So I assume they've been doing some prep together and he knows this build. And these dogs, I think, are going to be the difference maker here. So these C-Tons cannot push too far, even though there are only musks on the field, because these Spanish war dogs will just do a great job at mauling down these C-Ton bows.
Yeah, another really cool fact about H2 play with Spain is obviously that they still get dogs. They don't shadow tech, but they are still they shadow tech to H2. And so having those dogs in a fight in H2, look at that, 124 HP and 18 hand attack. Having that in an H2, like just being able to mass them whenever you want, is super annoying to deal with. So that is another reason why H2 rush or pressure with Spain is really good. So.
Yeah, wow. Minimoult is going kind of like all in. He's shipped 7 rods directly into 8 pikes. So he's going really, really, really heavy on all of these military shipments right now. Although, I mean, to be fair, he's shipped 700 wood and 700 coin as well. So, I mean, Spain with that XP shipment, he's probably up by a whole shipments now against Kevin. Yeah, who's only shipped 3 shipments in H2.
Yeah, yeah. And, you know, those Seaton Bowmen, though, are scary. They got that 1.5 fire rate. They are the easy for the War Chief Civ. Risotto, say the word. Say the line, Risotto. Say the line. So
easy
and look
for
at that.
TWC.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. And they basically have crossbows with 1.5 fire rate. So yeah, it's so scary. You don't want them to stand there and fire. So what Spain's going to have to do is they're going to have a meat shield to stop those Seaton Bowmen just absolutely demolishing the heavy infantry. So he's going to need roddle arrows, mainly dogs as well. Use your dogs really effectively here to stop those Seaton Bowmen doing so much crazy damage. He needs to defend that barracks.
Big pop,
well.
big pop coming.
To bait him in.
Oh, but Kevin really good disengage there, like just in time to really not take any damage from those 10 musketeers popping from the racks.
It was looking like it was go time, right? But that, like you said, that was a beautiful disengage there by Kevin. He could kind of sense it by Mini, because you can kind of sense it when they're trying to defend something, but also bait you in at the same time. And Kevin did not take the bait. He did not take the bait, and that was beautiful stuff. Oh wow,
he's just gonna age
already.
How cheap is his let's look at how cheap the age up button is.
It's not going to be that much cheaper. It will be quite a bit faster.
980, 800. I mean, that's like 400 res, no?
Yeah, it's not bad.
350 res.
Yeah, it's an awkward timing because he's not even clicked age up yet, and he's lost pretty much all of his forward base here.
Yeah.
Um,
400
Yeah,
wood
probably
going
just-
down here is pretty huge.
like I said, you know, there is this meta with Spain H2, but going up against Lakota H2, yeah. So and honestly, the positioning of his outpost may have cost him. Like if he loses this game, you can argue it came down to the positioning of his outpost. It was that bad.
Yeah. And he is going to be aging pretty quickly with the scouts, so he'll have the 4 cab, and that might give him a little bit of a timing, at least to defend this against this massive C-tons. And he also has, I mean, Minutemen and everything. So I don't think Kevin has the mass here to really pressure into Minimoult's base, but he did do some good damage, taking down the FB and forcing Mini to now go back and rebuild his racks in base.
Yeah, so can we have a look at Lakota just to see what they're up to? Because he might be looking to age up behind. Oh, he's nowhere near aging up. Okay.
Well, he made these clubs to siege the TP, and I assume yeah, I don't know. He's not making units anymore, so maybe he's also looking to age. Yeah, I think so, right? He's kind of macroing to get ready.
I think.
to age. Oh, this is a huge timing potentially. The only anti-cap here are these Axe Riders, but these C-tons are actually doing quite a lot of DPS.
Why is he backing up? Why is he backing up? He could have Minutemened, and that was his timing.
Yeah.
That was his timing. I don't know what he's done there. That feels bad to me.
Wow, and look at this. He's so popped right now because he lost the houses, and he's shipping Spanish gold, which I guess is the somewhat greedier option here. But now his XP income curve is quite bad, right? He's gotten so many shipments in H3. I mean, in H2, he's shipped 5 shipments in H2. And he's lost his TP, so this Spanish gold will not really be paying off as much. And he kind of realizes this, and I think he switches from Spanish gold to the 2 Falconets, which I think is probably the right play. Because he was not going to get much value from that Spanish gold. It's going to be 330 coin, and he needs 500 experience for his next shipment. So, yeah. I'm not seeing a Spanish gold play here.
Yeah, I think he had that in queue because obviously he didn't have any population, but when he did get some population, he decided to change his mind and ship those Falconets. Like, I mean, there is still the water play. I mean, there is a water option here, so he could go to the water to try and, you know, slow play his way back into this game into a winning position. So there is that. There is that. I mean, the scores are quite close, but once the age up comes in for Lakota, he'll basically have a shipment, and it could be risky for him. Okay, Bear and Musks, 2 Falcons.
Oh, they're getting caught. They're both sleeping. What is going on?
We got the second.
They're all sleeping. Wait, he still hasn't noticed. He just drag boxed and kept going. That's hilarious. I mean, he is up in score, but that's pretty standard for Spain against Lakota, which is generally an underscoring civ because they don't need those houses. But now look at this mass. What is going on? Okay, they're missing units left and right. There is a big raid here. There's another big raid here coming in here, taking 1 Vil down. There are some musketeers in melee, so they'll do well. But he's not seeing these Vils out here. These Vils are getting called out, and this is a huge raid over for Minimoult.
Oh, tournaments make people go big dum
Oh
dum.
my gosh, it's
big dum dum.
5 Vils.
Oh, now Kevin big dum dum.
He still hasn't
Big dum-dum.
noticed. Or are these going back? Then surely these are going back. But
Big dum dum. Everyone big dum dum.
okay, well, at least he catches.
What is going on?
Okay, now this is scary though. There's 10 rifle riders on the field now and a whole lot of C-tons. So this musketeer heavy infantry falconet play will definitely not work anymore. And he really needs to start adding some other unit. I don't even think skirmishers are gonna help because he has a lot of cav. He needs
skirmishers.
He needs skirms and goons though.
Yeah, he does. I mean, he's now sending Spanish gold. I mean, the Falconets were useful because he needed to do some damage. He needed to take down the FB, and he managed to do that. But that was literally it.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
I mean, this is still gonna get cleaned up. I think if somehow Kevin can take a advantageous fight here and just smash it in, these rifle riders and these C-ton will just melt everything, I think, in his army.
Yeah, I mean, the Falconets need to get safe. He's just leaving them out there, like, just out in the open. Like, if he can protect his Falconets, they can still do a lot of damage.
3 Vils going down. You know, more Vils getting raided in the back here, although Rod's catching them out.
Okay. Oh, this game has been hilarious. Everybody was kung fu fighting. This game has been so funny, man. This game has been so funny.
It's been great. Yeah.
Yeah, people have lost IQ playing and watching this. That's what I love about tournaments, though. Like when you're in a tournament game, like it's easy for us to take the piss and all that sort of stuff. But these guys are under they're under stress, right? You're under more stress when you're in a tournament. And it's not like you're just performing for yourself. Like when you're in a team like this, you're performing for your team, so you don't want to let your team down. So there's a lot more added pressure and a lot more added stress on them. And that obviously how that manifests when you're playing is you make more mistakes because you're stressed and you're not thinking normally. So it does cause more mistakes, which is what you love, you know, about these tournament games. So.
Oh, big
Everyone's a big
confrontation here potentially about to happen. There's some Vills here that they don't have grade codes or anything, but actually I think these Vills will do a good job tanking against rifle riders and stuff if possible. But he does have a big skirm mass now. These C-tins are getting upgraded. I was thinking why Kevin didn't upgrade them sooner. He has 30 of them, so it's definitely worth the veterancy.
He lost his war huts, didn't he?
Oh yeah, he did. That's a good point. Yeah, he just put it down here.
Okay, nice. Okay.
And huge massive rifle riders here, and this is a big timing. Is he just gonna right click here? He needs to pick up the Falconets first, and look at how hard it is to micro here. He's doing a good job focusing the Falconets, but losing a lot of rifle riders. Oh my gosh, they're getting connected on the pikes, losing all of them there for the 2 Falconets. And now it's not looking so great because there's still a good number of skirmishers, and these skirmishers are gonna be better than the C-tins. Although it's still not clear, the Wakina coming in from behind. I think this is a good trade for Spain.
I mean, the season bowmen, they do just want to stand there and go, bruh. But,
wait, what happened to his build count? He's at 20 villagers. We missed a big raid somehow. Oh my gosh. Wait. Because Kevin had also lost like 4 or 5 vills up there, so I'm not really sure what happened. And now, I mean...
I think this is... Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, that was a lot of rifle riders that went down to sacrifice for the 2 facts. But as long as the 2 facts went down, you know, I think as long as the 2 facts go down, then no matter what, it's going to be okay for Kevin. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's one of those situations. He can almost lose the Seaton Bowman. You know, just let them. They're veteran. He doesn't want to make any more Seaton. He just wants to make skirms now. So just let the Seaton Bowman stand there and fire. Just make sure you take out the 2 Falcons, which he did. Even though he cost effectively, he lost out. But he still dealt with the biggest issue. And then once that's out of the way, you know, he can just go back to skirm gooning, and I think he's going to be absolutely fine.
Well, the real issue here is that, I mean, Spain has no eco left, right? Right now he has a lot of res because he shipped Spanish gold and the 1k wood. But after this crates economy runs out, he has nothing. He has no hunts. These hunts are his next hunts. He has these mines in base that are kind of running out already. But, I mean, if he has no food, like, what is he supposed to do? He has no bills, no food. It just seems pretty dire here for Spain.
Yeah, I think our Doc was just going down there, so he's desperate times call for desperate measures. He's only down like 1.5k score, so like score-wise, it doesn't look that bad, but we can see the economy. It does look bad. Don't forget, Spain have got capitalism as well. That's a couple of villagers, 2.5 villagers. You know, okay, Stagecoach coming in for Lakota. So he's going for Stagecoach whilst Spain are going for water. So if Spain can kind of stay in the game here and get a big water boom going with Spanish gold, maybe with lots of skirms, goons, and rods, maybe there's potential here, but it's going to be real tough. I don't think he has a fort in his deck or anything like that to kind of turtle himself in, does he? No. So yeah, it's going to be tough.
And now we have a big timing here from Lakota. So far, right, Minimoult has only seen skirm and goon basically from Kevin. So he's gone really heavy on skirmishers and just a couple lancers to maybe dive the Wakinas. But now we have a big cav switch that these 3 axe riders and Takola soldiers I saw getting shipped from Kevin here. So there is a potential for a big cav smash incoming.
Yeah,
3 Takolas,
losing
5
more villagers.
axe riders.
It's rough.
I mean, even this army, he doesn't know this, but he could probably right-click this army.
Yeah, he could 100%. The Lancers are not going to do anything here.
No.
Kevin backing up, though. Kevin is backing up. I mean, Kevin doesn't know that there's no anti-cav, but
What's he waiting for here? Okay, he's waiting for another big skirm batch. Probably waiting for some more rifle riders. Okay, yeah, this is. He just needs to right click here. What is that? Is that more? Oh, that's goons. Okay, interesting. Some goons here for Mini, but Mini's gonna need like at least 10 goons here to do anything. He's got a decent mass of skirms, and obviously his skirms are better than Lakota skirms. But oh, he's gonna see it. He's gonna see it. Do we have anything coming in? Do we have anything coming in for Mini? I don't think we do.
No, 9 rods coming. That might. No, I mean it's too late. Yeah, I mean there's no anti-cav. The goons are getting focused down. These lancers aren't going to be able to do anything against these massive rifle riders, and this is a complete cleanup here for Kevin. Yeah, these rods are in way too late.
Oh, if that 5 goons and that shipment of rods was there, like literally 20 seconds earlier, that could have been enough to keep him in the game there. But yeah, no, GG, well played, good timing by Kevin, and just played it out in H2 and showed why Lakota are one of the best H2 civs in the game.
Yep, definitely true. Just looking at the Vil pop, I mean, Mini was losing. I think we missed one of these raids because as Kevin was getting a big as Minimoult was getting a big raid over here on Kevin's base, I think Mini himself was also losing like a ton of Vils in his own base right around this time, right? So his economy. What is this idle time?
Yeah.
I don't know. We're just like a Lionheart Vil graph right here.
100%, 100%. I was waiting for someone to make the joke.
I mean, we saw that in the first game as well, right? I mean, this is like, another 3 minutes of just no Vils basically being trained, and this is just, not what you would like to see for any civ, except maybe if you're revolted or something, I don't know. But all right, so that is game number 3 done, and now Kevin is taking a 2-1 lead, which means that the bigs are currently only ahead by 3 points. So Kevin has kind of starting to do his work and bring it back a little bit for the Somali Kabuli Gaming. All right. Moving on now to game number 4. We don't have civ picks yet. Do you have any predictions? What map are we on here? Lithuania. France?
No.
There's some good
natives.
Good natives, decent natives.
I think you can get the Cav Archer native. Can you get the Cav Archer native on this map?
The Tatars? I
probably. I think so. If so, then France would definitely be a strong contender.
Yeah, I think France overall is a solid civ on this map, right? You have like decent hunts, you have good like a very close TP line, you have really good treasures actually. So France can sometimes do like a very, very solid 12-10 or 13-20. And overall, so a while back we were doing a speed run for how fast you can get out these French Old Guard in H4 over on Soldiers Discord, and basically the map that we chose was
Soldier!
The map that we chose. Come on. Anyways, the map that we chose was Lithuania because it had, I think, pretty decent hunts, pretty decent treasures, but no livestock. So I mean, France generally benefits from a livestock map as well. But yes.
Who else does Mini play? So Mini obviously known for China. He plays France. He plays Dutch.
Dutch, yeah.
So we'll definitely see Dutch at some point, but probably for another non-TP map.
Oh yeah, we forgot about the other great civ on this map, USA. The Highlander build is actually pretty good on this map, right? Because you have so many TPs to take, and then native TPs in the middle. So, actually, we do see Mini choosing USA. And
okay, yeah.
Kevin playing Malta. Sorry.
Malta. Ooh. Okay,
I think Malta has good options actually against the Highlander build, just because their bows are. I mean, they can get a lot of bows out in H2, right? And also the commandery is pretty good in terms of like as a defensive building. But I wouldn't say this is favored by any chance for Malta. USA obviously the better civ in general, but yeah.
You know you've made it. You know you've made it when you've got someone in chat called Lionheart's mum.
Lionheart's mom.
Shut up, you fat bitch! Get off the stream.
Son, stop being embarrassing.
Push your guts with the top level banter. Get your own mum jokes.
Baron, you forgot to mention the fire throwers. No, I definitely agree. Like late game, Malta is an absolutely incredible civ. They have really good units. They have really good economy. And yeah, fire throwers definitely beats a lot of what USA can make, especially if they're trying to go Skirmgoon. The fire throwers just hard counter Skirmgoon. But I mean, USA not a slouch in late game either. They have the Nox artillery train and just spamming heavy cannons and some pretty solid culverins as well, right? After you get that card, so I don't know. I mean, Lion, I mean you're a enjoyer of USA sometimes. What do you think late game Malta versus USA?
Well, I've always been an ambassador of the USA Civ since it first came out. Even when it was first considered quite weak. But I haven't liked recent metas with USA. So I didn't like the Skirmgoon meta. I don't like the current Chinese immigrants meta. When I play USA, I've got my own builds that I like playing with them. But
Musquetero,
so, yeah,
Falconetto.
Yeah, exactly. Usually against Malta, you could just do a really aggressive fast fortress and spam Gatling guns, and it's really tough for Malta to deal with. But in the current meta, we're just gonna see Chinese immigrants. So how that goes, I guess, I don't know. I guess it's okay. I mean, it's probably quite good for Malta in one sense because it's generally with the Highlanders the timing is around the 6.5 minute mark, so that's going to give Malta time to set up their German, German tongue and all that sort of stuff, and they're going to be able to get bows out at that time as well. So
yeah, definitely.
I think this is going to be okay for Malta, but we'll see.
Yeah, having that commandery is also a big deal, I think, in holding the Highlander timing, because they'll do a good job. First of all, like sniping some cavalry, causing some like pathing issues, because I assume Minimoult will add hussars, because that's what I've seen Ketterboy doing a lot recently, and I think they probably have the same strategies that they're going for, being on the same team and all. So okay, we're on the map here, and in the north side of the map we have Minimoult playing as the United States of America in the color blue, and on the southeast side of the map we have Kevin playing as Malta in the color red. So just a quick recap of the current scoreline. So although Kevin is ahead 2-1, this is EPL, so it is a team format, and Kevin's team, Somali Kabuli Gaming, is actually behind 3 points to the Hudson Bay Bigs, which is Minimoult's team. So Kevin here needs to take more games to get his team back in the running so that they can win this final week of series between SKG and the Bigs. So Lionheart, let's see what the H1 is going to be like.
Let's see indeed. I'm just curious, how would Soldier play this as Malta?
Why would you ask that?
Well, okay, well, that's my first question. My second question is to you is, how would Soldier play this as USA?
I'm quite confused. I don't think Soldier plays USA at all. I mean, he played, I don't know if you know, but on his ult accounts.
I'm taking the Mickey!
What?
Oh, I'm having you on, son. I'm having you on.
Okay, yeah, that's a good, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen Soldier.
I'm having fun. I'm having fun with this. Yeah. All right. Okay, so we've kind of discussed potentially. The thing is, don't forget that regardless of what happens, the reason everyone is picking USA is because of how good this build is. So let's not pretend that what USA is doing here is absolutely insane. He's even going for the 10-10 as well on top of this. So this is like the meta I've been watching the meta of this USA build for the last few months, and I've just kind of been watching how it slowly has dwindled down and down and down. Like originally, you know, it was this kind of, you know, some people were sending the Dutch immigrants and even the Irish immigrants in age 1, and now they got rid of the Dutch, but they still kept, you know, the other cards in age 1, and now it's come down to a 10-10. Chinese immigrants 10-10 build with the saloon HP card coming in there before you get into age 2. When age 2 gets here, it will be Philadelphia, the Pennsylvania pound card, and then it will either be 700 wood or Arkansas post, which gives you free trade posts, and then into the Scottish Highlanders. So, and you might think that's a lot of cards in age 2, but don't forget he's doing a 10-10 here. He clicked age up at 2 minutes 20. So by the time the Highlanders get here, it's still relatively early in the game, and that's why this build is so goddamn strong. So yeah, so this is, and look at this. He doesn't need to buy a house. He gets that 200 wood to get that saloon down. And previously, before the 10-10, you had to chop very slowly for a house, and then you ended up aging up at like 3 minutes, so you was much slower. So the meta for this build has finally kind of reached its maximum point here, and then you're seeing a stable go down as well in H2 with your age up infrastructure. And yeah, so the meta has been pushed to the absolute limit with this build, and now the community has kind of found this insane build with the Highlanders, and there you can see the Arkansas instead of the 700 wood. And so yeah, we're gonna have the Highlanders, Hussars, and potentially Minutemen, and there's gonna be a big push inside inside Kevin's base at around the 7-minute mark, and it's going to be really tough for Kevin to hold. Let's go have a look over at Kevin, see what he's up to.
Yeah, and just to add on, there's even the option to stay longer H2 with USA with this build and ship the Seminole Scouts twice, which is always very, very strong units as well. And Kevin going for a pretty standard build, right? Going for this is kind of late for Germantown, no? But he is going for Germantown second.
Yeah, it's kind of late, yeah.
And one thing I want to note here is that Minimoult actually is doing a very, very good job putting his trading posts here in the middle. So his first 2 trading posts went out in the middle, and this is just to secure them so that Kevin can't kind of deny one of them, because the other 2 trading posts down here are actually too close to Kevin's TC, so Minimoult can't actually get those. So to make sure that he can get the full 10 Highlanders, he decided to go for the middle ones and secure both of them. Yesterday, I think in Ketterboy versus Frontline series, Frontline was actually able to steal one of the trading posts as Lakota against Ketterboy and prevent him from getting all 10 Highlanders. So the team clearly has done some prep since then, and they've refined their build even further.
Indeed. I'm just looking at chat, and someone's told me about my American accent. When I do an American accent, it's the 1950s noir old Hollywood. But my American accent, my frame of reference is, have you watched the film Django?
No, I have not.
Well, but it's like one of the best films of all time, man.
Okay.
You've got to see Django.
I'll watch
it's so good.
sometime.
And Leonardo DiCaprio. That's like my frame of reference is Leonardo DiCaprio. He's like a slave master, so he's got that kind of old school American accent, and that's what I try and mimic. Honestly, anyone who hasn't watched that film, it's such a good film. Anyways, back to the game. Highlanders are on the way. Can we just double check just to make sure that it's going to be the Big 10? Sometimes people get 9, but
10.
often you get 10. Yeah, he's got the Big 10. Okay, so Big 10 Highlanders coming in. He does have some Hussars already annoying. And look at this. He's going for the native treaty. Oh, no, he changed his mind. Okay, he's going for 700 wood.
He's only going to get 2 Huss. Yeah,
Nice.
That's quite unfortunate, actually.
Almost free. I mean, he should be sending Minutemen right now. He should send Minutemen right now. That's like 6 really good Minutemen. Yeah, I see a lot of people do this, and they don't send the Minutemen. And you guys, don't underestimate the Minutemen. Honestly, the Minutemen, they do a lot of damage as well. That's the thing. They do a lot of damage. They're tough. I don't know why people don't like. You can basically get Minutemen for 1 Hussar. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like 1.5 Hussars. Or a batch of Minutemen. Like, Minutemen is 100% worth it. I know sometimes you got Chinese immigrants, so you have to go for you have to wait for your levy, but it's definitely worth it. He's got the levy now, so there's no reason why he shouldn't. He's just going for more Chinese immigrants. Oh, let's go look at Kevin. He is turning himself in hard there. Look at that sexy depot. That is one sexy-ass depot. Look at that bad boy. And for anyone, just in case anyone doesn't know, depots aren't just there for the big boom boom. They're also there. They also buff all gunpowder attack by 10% rate of fire. So the gunpowder, oh nice, that villager should be okay there. So the depot will buff TC fire and commandery fire by 10%. So they have a 2.7 rate of fire, which adds up. You know, when that's both of those things, that definitely adds up. Every 10 shots, you basically get an extra shot in, which is a lot.
Yeah, definitely. And I think if I were Minimoult here and I see him turtling up this hard with so many bows and base and everything, I just, exactly what he's doing, siege his TP, get back, ship 700 coin, and just age up yourself and come back with Gatlings so that you have a pretty scary musketeer Gatling gun, right? A pretty scary army here with musketeers and Gatling guns in H3 against what's mostly just infantry here from Malta.
Yeah, this is... who was it that someone in chat said this doesn't work on... was it Blackburn? Oh, what's that? Is that the Vaza tech? Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So Hanseatic League has come here, which means the Torps are going to benefit as well by an extra 10% trickle there, which is really, really nice. And that Vaza timing comes in really nicely because he wants to gather that food as quickly as possible to try and get this age up in here. So, yeah, that's kind of nice. So, yeah, it was Blackburn that said this build doesn't work against Malta. I wouldn't say it doesn't work against Malta, but Malta is definitely one of those civs that can defend against it quite well. And we saw here exactly why that is the case. Kevin played this perfectly. Malta is definitely one of Kevin's best civs. He really embraces every aspect of Malta. I've said this for a long time with Kevin. He embraces the depots, the outposts, the fixed guns, the bow pike, the musks. Like, he really knows how to play the civ and how to take advantage. And look at this. He's making mid-map depots right now. Are they mid-map depots or are they... Okay, they're more on his side, but still, that's exactly how you want to play as Malta. Build those depots in a perimeter around your base. Do mid-map depots. They give you line of sight. They're very intimidating. That's one thing. They are very, very intimidating, and they're also a bit janky, because if you decide to destroy them and blow them up, they will damage you. And I think that's a little bit bugged, because they should only really damage you if you set the explosive off. But if you siege them down, they will blow up and do damage. So the most effective way of destroying depots is obviously with artillery, right?
Yeah.
But that's slow and methodical, and that's exactly what Malta want. They want to bait you into the slow and steady, because slow and steady will not win this race. Malta will win. If you're slow and you don't have a big timing, Malta will pounce. And the longer the game goes on, the better it's going to be for Malta, because they get those just unbeatable bow pike. And you can see that, is that a commandery now? And
yeah.
Okay, look at this. Commanderies with the depots next to him. Yeah, Kevin is just playing this so smartly.
Definitely agree, and I'm actually a bit surprised that USA is going for Russian-American company first. I guess he wants to be spamming skirmishers out, but to me it seems like it would be better to have a faster Gatling gun timing here on Malta's base. But maybe he's realized that he's really turtling hard here, and there's probably no good opportunity for him to do that much damage before Malta is up into H3 himself. I don't know. Do you think it'd be funny if is it possible? It's possible for Mini to just go to H4 here, because
well, yeah, 100%, 100. I mean, that's kind of the build, right? So USA do the Highlander stuff, force you into an H2 battle or an H3 battle, and the Highlanders just get so much done, and it's very tough to beat. And then you kind of age it behind it, and then you just go straight into H4, because you got all of that gold trickle economy, and you just put all of your villagers on food, and by the time you get into H3, you're all of a sudden you can just click up to H4, and yeah, it's very tough to counter it. So yeah, so he definitely should go to H4 here, but he's kind of missed his timing a little bit. I think he went for the Russia-America company. Yeah. Which is fine, but he's made a load of units here. He could have just gone free Gatlings, applied a bit of pressure, and aged up behind it.
Okay, so we have a little bit of a confrontation here, and these Gatlings might be able to pop in front here if Kevin is not careful and do just a whole lot of damage on these Maltese infantry here. Malta, of course, pretty good economy here at this point. Let's just take a quick look. 22 Vils, 4 TPs, and some trickles for USA. While on the other hand, Kevin here, as Malta is on 33 Vils and
H4, baby.
six settler wagons. And he's going H4.
Oh, yes, Kevin. Let's go, baby. Oh, god damn. I love seeing Kevin's Malta absolutely smash this. The scores are close, though, so you can't underestimate this. But, oh, god, my bum hole is puckering because I sense some impending danger for Minimoult, laming the USA. What's the agent going to be? What's he aging up with?
Papal Guard, so he's going to get the really cheap... He got the Papal Guard, so that he's going to get really cheap guard pikes and stuff.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, yep, smart decision. And now he doesn't have a shipment, though. He doesn't have a shipment. That's okay. And look, can you see here what the Gatlings are having to do? The Gatling guns are having to play very, like, slow out. He can't just dive in here. He can't dive under the commanderies and all of these depots. He has to allow the artillery time to take. And look how much time this is buying Kevin. He's now putting an artillery down. He's getting all of his veteran and guard techs. And by the time that the Gatlings are in a position where they can do anything, okay, that depot absolutely wrecked his houses, though.
Yeah. Wow. All these are on super low HP.
Yeah, but the point is, it served its purpose. And you know, a couple of hundred wood in houses is absolutely nothing at this stage of the game. He can easily get that down.
Ooh, Pulaski's Legion coming in.
Ooh. Yeah,
this could be scary.
This is gonna be a good one. Like, we've got the Arbalesters. Look at those bad boys. We've got the guard pikes, I think.
So much better than these skirms, honestly. Like, they have more HP, a little bit less range resist, but so much cheaper and so much higher DPS as well. Right now.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think Kevin is just posturing here for his big timing, but I'm not sure. Is he gonna get timing in reverse by Minimoult here with his mass of guard Ulans, these Pulaski Legion? And his pikes are, I mean, does he have enough here? These are guard pikes, but there's a lot of anti-infantry.
It's gonna be tough. Those Highlanders are doing so much work as well. Look at the right side of the map. He's just working his way around.
Oh, these Vils are gonna get caught.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay to lose some villagers here if you're Kevin. You just need to survive. Kevin just needs to survive. We need the Minutemen. We need something. We need an H4 shipment. Maybe a fixed gun can go down. I don't know what his resources are looking like. We need something. It's going to be 3 covers. The town center can go down. He has commanderies as a shipment point, and all he needs to worry about, I think, is those Gatlings. If he can get culverins on those Gatlings, make a few more pikemen, maybe even make some, like, order hussars. He can make order hussars. He can make anything, really. He just needs to deal with those Gatlings. But I'll tell you what, Kevin is allowing a lot of damage to be done to his base here.
Yeah,
this is still looking real scary.
I mean, his mass is also not growing, right? Because his military production buildings are getting sieged down here. And the only place the culverins can pop is up here. So, and that's exactly what will happen. So if he takes down these Gatling guns, which I think he will, I think USA is still in a pretty decent position. He has so many hussars. He's actually got some upgrade. I think this is from native tech. Oh, it's probably the, I don't know what that's from, actually. All his units are buffed very slightly.
Yeah, I think it was a native tech as well.
Yeah, by like
the culverins are
5%.
going in for the culverins. Why did the culverins back up? Culverins backed
That was
up.
a free snipe.
Oh, and I think USA's just sent 2 Gatling guns. He's got so much XP from destroying all of those buildings. That is crazy.
Yeah, that's insane.
That is absolutely crazy.
Does he have 2 Gatling guns? I don't think so. He's shipping skirm.
Oh, did he change his mind? He was definitely sending them, but he probably stopped sending them.
Do you know what this tech does?
Hansenary, no, I do not.
I don't either. We need some nerds in chat to tell us here. But
yeah,
these sharpshooters, I mean, there's a pretty big mass of them now, and they do have the range advantage over these arbalesters because he was not able to send what he wants here, steel boats, which will give him the additional range and probably make them more efficient trading against skirmishers, just because they won't be outranged as much. But overall, I think Minimoult is in a pretty commanding position here. He just needs to continue doing some sort of damage before allowing Malta to stabilize in H4, right?
Yeah, see, Malta are going to stabilize now. Agalos in chat has said plus 10% range resist for hand cap.
Wait, that's incredible tech for Ulans, because Ulans, if you don't know, have a higher range resist. 40% now. In H4,
yeah,
I
that's
guess.
incredible.
More,
yeah.
So that's nice. Yeah, I mean, if USA ages behind this, I think USA in a really strong position. Can we have a look at USA? I mean, there are only 26 vills here. He does have... Okay, he's not aging up, though. He could... he might have plateaued a little bit.
I think he wants to end it in H3.
Going to be a problem. Continental Rangers.
Those are going to buff his skirms a little bit. Oh, but these Colves are actually going to be able to rock up on the Gallings and take all of them down for free. Great micro, splitting one on each. Really, really great stuff. And I don't know what these Cav are doing. They were looking for Vils, but I mean, the Vils are not in your own base. Ooh, the big 24 shipment.
Beautiful. Okay.
I mean, I think it's still fine. He doesn't have steel boats, so these sharpshooters can kind of kite indefinitely with this 5 range advantage over these bows. And actually, that's exactly what's going on. They're actually trading quite well here. A little bit of a pause micro.
Yes. It looks like Kevin lost connection there. Like he wasn't microing his bows properly.
Oh, I think Kevin lagged out. Yeah, that makes sense, right? The bows were just kind of attack moves.
Yeah.
Let me take a look at the chat.
Damn, this is such a close game as well. Minimoult very temporarily unpaused the game, I think.
Yeah, so they're gonna run it back from a what do you call it? From a saved game, actually, because Kevin was disconnected. But the unfortunate thing is, I don't think we can observe a saved game, so we'll have to look at the rec afterwards. So sorry about the technical difficulties, but we'll go to the home screen. And what do you think we should do to keep the chat occupied? Is there anything like fun games on the ladder or anything that we can take a look at just while we wait here for them to finish up this game?
There's no one higher than 1800.
Yeah, unfortunate. All right, we need to get somebody in chat here. Queue up Haza.
So wait, so we can't watch their game now?
Not
live.
No, because it's going from a saved game, and saved games have have spectator mode off by default. Like, there's no way to turn it on. Let me see in the cord what's going on. Let's see. Rohbrot telling me to look at Discord, but why? What am I missing? Oh. Seems like there was a crash as well for some other players. Not sure.
Should we do a time to micro, Baron?
You and me?
Yeah.
I can't right now because I'm on my streaming setup. So like my.
Oh, of course.
No, like my game is not physically like on my main monitor. It's like on a side monitor with the.
Right.
But
okay, that sounds like pussy talk. Okay.
Dude, okay. I mean, I'm trying to think if there's any way I can stream this because I don't think I can stream and play at the same time.
Tess said do an Explorer skin tier list. I think the chat would rather watch paint dry.
Yeah. Are there any cool games we can watch that I have saved? Any cool Rex line? Servers are down. Is that true? Because
no, I don't think so.
Because apparently both Lucas and Dennis and Minnie and Kevin crashed at the same time. So I'm not. I hope it's not the server, but you never know with this game.
Yeah, you never know.
TTM with Baron. I mean, we can try, but I don't know if this. I don't want to like get wrecked and then like try to make excuses like, oh, I'm on my side monitor, it's not gonna work. But I would be down to. I don't know. I don't think that's the most enjoyable thing for the chat either, though. Just watching us sweat, microing Ape Strand Deli. Yeah, that game was definitely very, very close.
Yeah, that was that. I like you. You have no idea who's gonna win that one. That's
Yeah.
really good.
Ooh, I did flip the Malta flags on accident. Let me fix that for you guys.
It'd be entertaining seeing Lion Micro Cav unit. Bro, you not seen my Skirm Goon? My Skirm Goon micro is like top 10 micro.
Well, chat is saying we should cast the highest rated game on the ladder, but there's literally no high elo games on the ladder. It's like 1600.
Yeah.
Unless somebody queue up and then we can cast your game. Cast Japan Russia 1600 elo. Thirst tier list. I mean, what are even the Explorer skins? I don't think I have any Explorer skins. I don't even see that.
You're a YouTube member to me and Soldier, but you don't have the DLC skins.
No, I don't.
Jesus.
I mean, I gotta be supporting the content creators, not the.
You are a legend, I have to say. You are a legend. even though you like Soldier more than me.
Ha.
I think that's just some casual USA racism
Yeah,
right
it's
there.
USA racism. We hate you, Brits. Is Soldier in chat here? Let's see. I don't think he is. Baron, can you play campaign and Lion will coach you? What do you guys think? Is that stupid? I mean, I'm down to do something funny like that, but what do you think, Lion?
I'll be down for whatever.
Alright, let's take a look. Story mode. Alright, guys, vote in chat which story mode do you guys want to see me do? For like the next 5 to 10 minutes. No, no story mode. Social Guts is not a fan.
Empire Wars is fun. Yeah, Empire Wars is fun.
Yeah. Anything but that.
Oh, look at you! You've pretty much completed it.
I have. I mean, of course.
Mine's like
I have
0%. I don't do that.
I don't know what's wrong with the this one because I'm sure I've done all of them. I just don't think it updated. Anyways.
Do the speed run for the go to challenges.
Bombard.
Do the bombard brawl and try and speed run it.
Okay,
Complete it as fast as you can.
What is this? I actually have never really tried this before.
You've never done this?
I think I've done it once a long time ago.
I'll coach you.
Alright.
So basically, you're autos, and you just have to get to the end as quickly as possible. But there's a load of tasks you have to do. So kill all of this stuff, and then go to the right as quickly as possible.
So what can I ship?
Yeah, just spam shipments. Yeah, you've got some eco going on at the bottom of the screen, but yeah, just spam like Mamelukes. Yeah, get all of that stuff. Yeah.
Do I have to kill these things?
Get inside here. Get inside. Yeah, but you want to get inside first. Don't worry about them too much. Just get inside and get your janitary sieging. Yeah, they're yours. Kill all the blockhouses. I don't even think you need to kill all the bombards, but all of the.
Where do the shipments show up? Is it
Yeah,
here?
from there. You can, if you, I swear you could get these blockhouses, but I can't remember.
Drag box these things.
You get boats in a second as well.
Reinforcements have landed inside the enemy fort. Now is the moment to push forward.
Yeah, just keep
Is
taking
there
down
any
those.
ways to upgrade? Ooh, can I get a? No, I can't upgrade hands.
You'll be able to soon. Just take down these blockhouses and you will be able to.
So I just keep going right?
Yeah.
Production buildings to train more units.
Yeah, so now you get the Russia units, the Russia buildings,
Wait, where is that?
where you just were.
Shipments. You can
You
use
get all
Oh,
these
I
buildings
see.
now.
I see.
So just spam a load of stuff.
Land shipments can
Keep pushing forward,
any
keep pushing forward.
outpost or fort under control.
Naval
Naval shipments will arrive on the
Go, Baron, go!
I'm going. Wait, there's no. Why do I not have a barracks though? Oh, these are the barracks.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, Baron. It does. You can build a barracks in your
I can't.
where your
I
villages
just
are.
checked. I don't have a.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I mean they're trapped there anyway, so they can't move into the
I
main
know. I just wanted to
game.
see if I could vet my Jans, because you know, H1 Jans. not as
Yeah,
good.
there might be. You might be able to at some point. I can't remember.
Do I have to kill this?
Yeah. No, you just to the barracks.
Oh, not the temple.
I don't think so.
Okay, then I just keep walking, I guess.
Janissaries, the core of the Ottoman army, can be trained at the camp to the east.
Yeah, push.
To use our
I'm
shipments
trying to
to
go.
bring in
Now it gets a bit tougher here. It does get a bit tougher here. So be careful you don't go too close to the water because they got boats there.
I see.
Yes, now you start getting a barrack.
What the fuck? That's a lot of.
Yeah.
Alright.
So you don't actually really want to go inside there. You just need to take down the castle there. You want to go to the
Okay.
right side.
We should use our galleys to
Oh,
Over
that's
here.
like sand. Alright, so then I just go for the castles, right?
Yeah.
This is funny.
I've got a video on my YouTube of me speed running this, and I put like a proper speed run timer on it and stuff.
Okay. I think I've
So
seen that.
let me see what time I got. I'll see what time I got.
Oh, apparently Julian is playing. So maybe we can cast
Yeah,
that.
that'll be alright. Just keep playing this.
Sounds good. What was your time? Did you figure it out? Oh, I need to get that castle. Oops.
8 minutes 33 seconds.
Satıcı, selam, satıcı, evet, satıcı. Satıcı. The Japanese have surrendered their shipyards to us. Forward, onto the British camp.
You're speed running and you're sending factories.
I don't know, bro. What do I even send?
just spam bombards. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Yeah, you're gonna get all that stuff. So you need to take down. Yeah, just take everything down.
So funny. Walk. Alright, I have to go for that 4, right? They're just fighting musks. Karim POV simulator. Indeed. You said what was your time?
8 minutes 33, I think.
So my wait, is this the last one or is there one more?
You gotta go. Yeah, there's another. You gotta go all the way to the left.
Oh, I see.
So basically, you're not gonna do it in time. It's your first go, so it's fine. Apparently, Robots just said recording is ready. Get back to cast.
Okay, let's just end this then, or do you want to finish this up?
Yeah, I think it's up to you, mate.
Let's just head back. We can do this later.
Yeah, all right.
All right.
Baron, you should try and do that though. When you get some
I'll
downtime, try and do a speed run of that.
Sounds good.
Fun,
sounds
isn't it?
good. Yeah, it looks pretty fun. Although you have like ridiculous, what do you call it? Ridiculous army there.
Yeah, yeah. Right.
I'm just gonna try to load it in here. 1 second.
I'm just gonna grab a drink, so I'll be right back. Okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
Going now. Right.
Okay, so we're just back immediately. All right, the cavalry. Let's get back into the game screen. All right. Oh my gosh, all these vills are going down to the cavalry. He is not being merciful here at all. And the pikemen are just getting forced back, but he's lost like all of his eco. He's on 17 vills now, and I mean that was a huge advantage that the lag, I think, gave to Minimoult here, because his army was out of position. He lost some army. He lost all of his economy up here on the top left of the map. And ooh, I'm not quite sure what the comeback will be here, if any. Yeah, 5k score lead now for Minimoult. And now these sharpshooters are pretty tanky. 40% range resist. He's gotten the 15% the combat card in, the Continental Rangers. So they will be able to trade pretty well against these Arbalesters that still haven't had steel boats come in yet. USA's Veil count is 32, and he has 4 TPs and a bunch of trickles. Capitalism, no capitalism, but he has the Meeting House trickle, the Pennsylvania Pound, and each of these saloons are also about a single Veil on a coin. So he definitely has a lot of eco.
Where did we get up to then, Baron?
Yeah, so right now we just started the game from when we paused it, and unfortunately in that fight here, while Kevin was disconnected, he lost a lot of villas up here in the north. So he's actually only on 18 villagers right now, and it seems like this is just over. Yeah, that's a shame. Yeah, it was looking like such a close game, and not being able to move your villas and just getting surrounded by the Pulaski's Legion up north was just huge.
Yeah, that's massive.
And this is a nice little position for him to just kind of siege these blockhouses for free, because USA there's no way they can really push around this choke with cav or anything. But the Highlanders are being a nuisance in the south now. He actually still has all 10 Highlanders alive from age 1.
Yeah, yeah.
That's crazy.
20.5 minutes. He still has all of them alive. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's almost down 10k score. It is. I mean, he is age 4, and it's going to be a little while till USA gets into age 4. So he does still have Wigner Court as well. So maybe there's a chance, but 16. He's on 20 vills. It is pretty rough. He's having to get his set of wagons back. All that sort of good stuff. He's just sent four falconets, so maybe.
Yeah, and these falconets actually are a little bit stronger because of the multi civ bonus. Honestly, I feel like this civ bonus is too good on artillery, because these Colves, Malta's Colves, like if you have the same tech level, right? Like guard Colves versus guard Colves, or just H3 Colves versus H3 Colves, they will never really lose a Cove fight.
Yeah, there'll come a point where like they'll survive a whole nother Cove
yeah,
shot
exactly,
than their counterparts.
They'll never lose.
And that's when it becomes broken. Yeah.
I don't know. I personally think the Civ bonus is a bit too much on Kolv type units. Or like artillery type units, but...
Yeah, I probably agree. I mean, it's only one, but isn't it only 1%?
It is 1%, but if you look at this, right, they have the what do you call it? The Royal Guard Kolvs as well in H4, right? So I'm pretty sure it doesn't actually take that many cards for them to get to actually take a full extra shot to kill. Somebody can maybe correct me if I'm wrong here, but the bonus of Royal Guard, which gives them 10%, plus maybe 10 to 15 cards being sent, 10 cards maybe, they'll at some point in the late game, the Kolvs just become unkillable.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this
now
game
the score
is looking,
really is 10k deficit. It's looking really. I'm pretty sure USA are aging up. Yeah. And when they get there, you know, it'll be California Gold Rush, and then there'll be heavies, and yeah, it's gonna be rough. I mean, Malta have a really good army here, and he needs to push. He really does need to push here.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, to be fair though, the USA Army is no slacker here either. 72 veteran sharpshooters.
Jesus
and
Christ.
still all 12
I mean,
of these
he's basically
Guardians.
Mac Pop.
Yeah, he is. Ooh, wait, why is he pushing before his tech? Oh.
Oh, they
losing.
do shadow tech.
They
But
do
that was
shadow
a nice
tech.
engage
But
with the pikeman.
I mean, does he want to take this fight immediately before he gets his guard sharpshooters and everything? I don't know.
No.
Oh, this might be huge though. Oh, I thought he was gonna be able to get it.
Yeah, he's baiting the pikeman in, and that's allowing all of these sharpshooters
Yeah.
just to take pop shots against so many of them.
Wow, he's able to take out all the Falconets here with just that one culverin. Honestly, that was pretty great micro here from Minimoult. I don't think Kevin maybe even saw that Culve until it was a bit too late.
Yeah, he was struggling, and this is really good cav micro here by Mini. He just keeps baiting the pikes in and out, and now they pretty much all go down.
Yeah.
And the skirmisher mass has not been touched.
This is the danger with, I think, going just full bow pike and not having any cav of your own, because this kind of is the counter composition, right? Having skirms and cav for USA, and they can kind of just bait out, as you say, the pikes, and it makes it so hard to micro for the bow pike player.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of true, but at the same time, the bow pike is so efficient that you can lose loads of pikemen by doing that and just keep... Yeah, so there does come a point where I see what you're saying, and you're right, but at the same time, you can just get overwhelmed by the bow pikes because they're so cost efficient. So, but yeah, I mean, the skirms get their little frilly coats on now, and their sexy little skins. Look at that.
These are very nice
and
looking units.
It is a cool looking unit, isn't it? It's very American as well. Yeah, they do look very, very cool, I have to say. And yeah, I mean, this is looking pretty over.
Yeah, now they're going to trade actually quite well. They still don't have their steel boats, and yeah, there's no way for him to trade efficiently against this many guard sharpshooters, which are one of the better skirms in the game. 23 range, outranging these guys by 6 full range. What an incredibly, I don't know, strong units actually. But all right, that is the game. A little bit unfortunate. I mean, the heavies were coming, and I think there was really no way here for Malta to get back in the game after losing their eco. So let's head over to game number 5. Right now, it is 2-2 for Minimoult. So he is doing a good job holding the lead that the Bigs currently have. So the Bigs now back to a 4-point lead over SKG. So we really, really need either Kevin or the other Bigs players to step up and bring them back into the tournament.
Yeah, such a shame about that game. Because it was such a close one. It was such a close game, and it's just such a shame that it ended like that. But
yeah, for sure.
You know, this is the game. Unfortunately, this is unfortunately, servers happen, internet happens.
We are able to hop immediately into the next game, and we're on the map Arabia. Kevin picking Spain, and Mini picking Dutch.
Ooh, oh, that's rough for Mini. That's rough for Mini. Let's get into it.
Yeah, let me just head back, and I'll fix the overlay later on, because this game, we're a little bit slow getting into this game. All right, this is a tough matchup for Dutch. I know when I was practicing a couple weeks ago with Soldier, we played this matchup a couple times, and it really felt like I mean, Spain is in such a commanding lead here. Just rods, skirm, lancers, and they can kind of just. It's so hard for Dutch to ever kind of break out of this like the Spanish pressure, and Reuters are not, I think, the most efficient against skirm rods. And like I don't know what else they can do. Like they can make a bunch of skirm, but then they're vulnerable to a lancer switch, right? So I'm not sure. It's
I mean, I actually a little while ago I was playing around with a no bank FF with Dutch in this particular matchup, and I'll be honest with you, it actually is better than you might think.
So 700 coin first or what?
Yeah. 700 coin first, and then 700 wood. Or no, it might even be it was 700 gold into a fast stage, and then you get access to
1K wood.
9.
Oh,
well,
okay.
yeah, but not before you send 9 Reuters first, and it works really well because you can. So when you age up, obviously you age up with the 400 wood, right?
Yeah.
And then that gives you 2 houses and a stable. And then you ship 700 coin, you age up at a pretty good time, you age up fast, you send 9 Reuters, you make like 5 Reuters, and then you put everyone on food, and then you can ship 1k wood to try and get those banks back at that point. And it actually works really well. The most difficult part about that is like you don't have a lot of siege. So trying to take down a forward base and all that sort of stuff is still difficult. So, I was playing around with it, and I did have some good. I actually beat a decent Spain player doing it as well at one point. So yeah, it definitely has. And you've got the petard, shipment, so you can actually like try and sneak in is it 6 petard or 5 petard shipment before your 9 Reuters, and then you can kind of try and take down a forward base or anything like that. So there's definitely some sneaky play you can do with that. However, that's not what we're going to see this game, no doubt. We will definitely see something more standard. And look at this. Look at Kevin's deck. Again, are we going to see another Age 2 play here?
I can't imagine Spain wants to play H2 against Dutch though. Like the skirms are just gonna shut down your musks and rods, right?
I mean, I think Spain still does well in H2 versus Dutch. So, but it's just a risk you don't need to take. Like you can just go H3 and you can just play it standard. Going for the H2 play, like you said, you can get really trapped behind walls or banks. And then skirms can just really wail on you. So it's not a worthwhile risk to play at an H2. But maybe we'll see it. Yeah, nice drag box micro there. But yeah, so maybe we are going to see some H2. And you can see already, I saw a lot of people on wood there, but that could just be for like still traps, early still traps. Everyone going over onto food. So yeah, I think that's going to be standard age fortress.
Yeah, he's getting the second TP, so maybe he's going for the greedier variation of the FF build, where you go 3 settler capitalism, 700 coins, 700 wood, 5 vils, and you have 2 TPs in base. I think that's, and then you maybe can even go Spanish gold, 1k wood stuff in H3, right? So with 2 TPs, definitely. It's pretty strong. But let's look at what Dutch is doing. The one thing I will say about this kind of slower build is it might give Dutch the opportunity to stabilize in H3, and if Dutch is able to get like that critical mass of Reuters and skirm, I think they become pretty efficient. Skirm rod is probably still a better unit composition in that kind of matchup, but I will say like having like 40 Reuters if you have cap combat and everything on them. I mean that they'll do a good job against the Spanish army for sure.
Yeah, I do actually like Dutch logistician in this matchup. I do feel like Halberdiers definitely has a good potential to beat Spain out in this matchup. It's tough, but like it definitely takes down that forward base. It stops the outpost going so far forward, and all of the shipments in H3 coming in, and you can get like the speed Halb card, and you can kind of then get a good flank with them, and like a Minutemen timing, all that sort of good stuff. So I actually do like the Halberdier logistician build with Dutch, but obviously we're not seeing that. He just decided to go for the Quartermaster age up and play much more standard. So 700 coin is on the way. He's still picking up. Is that a big food treasure? I think, or is that an XP treasure?
120 XP. That's huge for Spain.
Okay. Yeah, that is
basically
really nice.
Free shipment here. And I think Minimoult is making a little bit of a mistake here. He's scouting the deck, and I think he got a little bit tripped up He also saw this tower going all the way forward, and he's actually doing the unit approach with Dutch, where you start off with the bank wagon, and then he's going for the 8 pikes and is making scrims with his racks. So he wants to maybe do a little bit of an H2 timing on Spain's forward base, but if Spain is just going to H3 here, I can't imagine this will work well.
This is fine because I see what you're saying. This is a kind of an old school way of dealing with Spain. Like if you was to see, I guarantee if you saw Kaiser Klein, like this is probably what he would do. This would be his build. Kaiser Klein, I've heard him talk about it before as well. He likes to get the 8 pikes out. The reason why you go for the pikes here is simply to take down that forward outpost. That forward outpost, that the amount of time accumulatively that saves Dutch is insane. Because you think how far 2 Falconets and every other shipment has to come from the town center rather than that outpost. Because if you take that outpost down, the 2 Falconets are not in front of your face within, you know, the next 30 seconds. Yes, it slows you down. It definitely slows you down as well, but it's definitely a worthwhile trade. And what's he aging up with? What's Spain aging up with? Is it going to be the delis? Like, again, obviously, Adventurer. Wow, okay, interesting. Aging up with the Adventurer. But again, you know, usually that's the deli, so he doesn't have to worry about, you know, 4 cab being in his base, idling him, you know, if he decides to go for the naked FF. So, honestly, the 8 pike, 5 skirm push is kind of good. You know, it does what it needs to do, you know. And I mean, if he gets any other, I highly doubt he'll be getting a barracks here. But if he got that barracks, that would just be the icing on the cake.
Well, I think if Spain had shipped 7 rods in transition and made these 5 rods plus the dogs, he could have actually maybe even protected his forward base. But here he's taking a lot of damage. Because I mean, dogs, like nothing counters the dogs here. The pikes do like no damage to dogs, and your Rodaleros will just get on top of everything and melt them. But here, okay, so he's saving the racks. 20. Okay, he's gonna take it down now, but the rods do pop out, and I think there's gonna be a cleanup here. The dogs are gonna get on the skirms, the rods snaring everything down, and the 8's crossbows behind here just being able to DPS everything for free. And Spanish Gold, yep, coming in now. And what's really great for Spain is all they've lost is just that 1 forward tower. They've managed to keep both of their TPs alive, and they're rebuilding their racks right now. So I think Spain is in a pretty decent position here, actually.
Yeah, but I don't think that's the end of the world for Dutch either. Obviously, he mistimed that barracks going down, which was massive, and he could have gotten away much more effective like this. But again, he takes the barracks down, and he takes the outpost down. It's all about slowing Spain down, and that's what he's done. And honestly, I think this is good for Mini. You know, I think Mini he's going to be happy, even though he loses, you know, most of the pikes and the 5 skirms. You know, he'll be happy with that. Honestly, he'll be happy with that because now he's bought himself some time. Can we have a look at the bank count?
Yeah, there's only 2 banks. Like, if you just think about this, the eco advantage, are you really slowing Spain down or slowing yourself down? Because right now, he's on 22 vils. He has 2 banks. Spain, on the other hand, has Spanish gold in. He has good market techs. He has steel traps and 25 vils. So I think Spain is actually ahead in eco right now. Also with 2 TPs, with Spanish gold. 1k wood coming in, so he has a lot going for him right now, and I just feel like Dutch doesn't have an answer to this. I mean, the longer this game goes, I don't even think Dutch is outscaling or anything.
Well, I mean, Spain has gone for the greedy build, so he is definitely up in eco, but Mini has survived in H2. He's pushed that outpost back, so he can't get too fat really early. Which is kind of important, and he's now able to get his best unit out, which is Reuters, and maybe he goes for 1k wood as well and gets a couple more banks down. But yeah, I mean, you look at the scores are really close. The 2 Falconets are coming in, but they're not going to be as scary anymore. Yeah, it's still going to be a tough fight here from both sides.
Yeah, 3 TPs plus Stagecoach here is going to be really, really good, I think, for Spain. I mean, Dutch has, I think, just a small window, maybe right now, to take down the TP line and continue massing his Reuters, getting all his upgrade cards and everything in. He's getting 8 skirms in right now, probably 9 Reuters next or something, I assume. He really needs to, as you say, get a big, massive Reuters going here. While also maintaining the skirm advantage, though, because you can't let Spain out-skirm you. And Spain right now has Spanish gold, so they're going to be pumping from 2 racks. And it's not looking great to me, but
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a Skirm Rod versus Skirm Goon composition here.
Yeah.
So there's going to be lots of kiting and lots of attack moving. But yeah, Mini needs to back up, though. Mini really needs to back up here. But
Skirm Rod is generally the more efficient, I think, unit composition, especially when it goes longer, and you're able to get your Rod upgrades, Veterods, like Arsenal techs even. Rods are just such a good unit, as you say, because they counter goons, and if they get on top of the skirms, they're even really annoying for the skirms to deal with, right?
Yeah, people discussing Spanish gold in,
he has
in
that
the chat.
It's a big deal. I mean, it's like
yeah,
2 banks maybe, even with how much XP he's getting from all these TPs.
Yeah. And let me tell you, Spanish gold is an absolutely. Callan said it is bang on. Spanish gold is an insane card, guys.
Yeah.
Especially if you send it first in age 3. It is such an because what do Spain get more than any other civ? Shipments. The more shipments you get, the more it pays yourself. Honestly, Spanish gold is a crazy good eco card. It's one of the reasons why Spain is like so top tier. It really is, and because you pair it with Marvelous Year, you know, the 5 villager build, all of the gold trickles, the capitalism, the 1,000 wood. Like Spain have people underestimate. Like people don't understand that Spain has one of the best ecos in the game, or out of any civ when they do that build. Like it's an absolute crazy build. So Minimoult is trying his best here to try and get some pikes around, to try and siege down TPs. I think he sieged down 1 trade post. That's all he's been able to manage to do
These
so
Valks are so
far.
oppressive as well here. Like, yes, he has the skirmisher advantage that we were talking about, how like Dutch needs to maintain that, but he doesn't have enough Reuters to be able to dive these Valks and one-shot them. And otherwise, if you can't one-shot these Valks, your Reuters are pretty, I think they're pretty ineffective, because then the Rods, you're giving the Rods time to just get all over your face, all over your army, right?
Yeah.
And another big volley coming in. 2 skirms going down for free. Lock on?
It takes
no, not quite.
Takes his toll. I don't know how he's gonna need to get lucky to deal with his Falconets. If the Falconets can be eliminated from this game, then Mini has a chance here, but it's gonna be and he's sending more. No, okay, he brings them back. What can we have a look at Mini? I mean, maybe there's like, see, now he's up to 3 banks. Still not great, but it's better than 2. He needs something like, I don't know, like he needs like the church card or something, you know, like a bit, or the what's that age 3 yeah, the Bosniaks. He does have that in his deck, but there are a lot of Rodoleros, so even that's can he take a pop shot against the Falconet? No, he does maybe like 10 damage to 1.
It's not even enough. The issue is it's not enough to one shot, as I'm saying. Like, I don't think they're effective unless you can one shot. Otherwise, you're just losing Reuters every time you try to poke. I don't don't know. Like,
you can try and poke them without being in range of the Rodoleros, then, you know, that's fine.
Yeah, I agree.
5 Ezad's coming in. He's making more Voiters as well. He's just going to have to get lucky.
He's getting rod combat
really
in as well.
Yeah.
And this will be very, very strong. Yeah, he's doing a great job here using the Reuters to kind of just using the rods to zone off the Reuters from the Falcons. And these Falcons are both still full HP. And okay, so now he's getting a combat in, so now even the skirms aren't going to be killing them that quickly. It takes an extra shot, I believe, for skirms to kill them. Okay, and this is go time, it seems, for both players. Rod combat is in.
The rods might be baited in. I was going to say the rods get baited in by the time the 5 Ezad's get here. The 5 Ezad's do get here.
No, but these are rod combated. They're rod combated.
Exactly what he needed. They are, but the Reuters get a chance to kill the Falconets now, and the question is, but one stays alive.
This is maybe as good of a trade as it could have gone here for Minimoult. Oh, the next Falcon is going down here, and there actually aren't that many rods alive now. Only 6. So if he can keep these Hussars alive, he knows that's all he needs to do in order to take a good trade against these skirms. Rod's getting pulled. Mini pulling his Huss back. Okay, 2 more Huss alive, but it seems like he's running a little bit out of tempo here. And that
was really nice micro by Mini.
It was very good.
Really nice by Mini.
Very good for sure.
And like you said, that was the best he could have asked for. But he had to work for that micro. And he's actually up in score, but I fear for not very long.
No, I mean, Mini here is up in score because
look at his gold! Look at his gold! Send Bosniaks! Get Bosniaks! I swear to God, do
he's getting
not
Falcons instead.
get your God
Oh no!
No, you should
Get
send.
them.
Yeah, this would be huge here because he does. Here he's weak. You know, he just killed his rods, right? So he's weak to cav for sure.
No, he's got so many
He needs to
resources.
He should send this for sure.
What?
Does he know
He's not sending it?
Yeah, does he not realize he has the gold for it? Or does he just want to get out 4 Falcons? I don't think getting out Falcons
don't
makes
know.
sense here.
Well, no, not against the Lancer Rod, it doesn't.
No, yeah, exactly.
He's
And now the
sending
Rotors are
Halberdiers.
getting.
He's
Bruh.
sending Halberdiers. He cancels the Falcon there, which is the right decision. What a... Oh, I mean, I know there's lots of Rodoleros, but... Oh, no, Mini, not like this. Not like this, Mini. Oh,
Oh, everything's
no.
getting stuck here. The Rods are so efficient at body blocking. And the Lancers aren't the best raiding cav when there's that many units here. He's using 10 vills there. And everything else is idled. A couple
He's got
villagers
so
sneak
many
up to the
resources.
north side here, but that's the only vills that are gathering right now. And on the other hand, if we look at Kevin is on 42 vills. He's queued up like 5 vills. And he's still 3 TP stagecoach. That's basically 2.5 banks, I'd say, on their own. And in addition to that, he still has Spanish Gold. Spanish Gold is the tempo's running out a little bit, I guess. But he was able to take those fights, and those fights give him a lot of XP for more shipments. So he's just gathering these coin crates for ages and
Mini,
ages.
don't make me say it again, Mini. You're gonna make me do the hump moto. He's
Hiya.
down. Oh, how is he down 8k score? What's his village account?
20. He's yeah, 21.
20.
I mean, he is
Oh,
making
dearie
3
me.
Falcons here. Is there any way this will be enough? He has halbs,
No.
not enough halbs, I think, to body block this many rods. And another batch of reinforcing Lancers coming out. And I think any fight that happens from now on is only going to go one way. Yeah, look at these rods. They can just go straight into the Falcons, and there's not going to be anything. Oh, look at that cover. What? Oh, he attack move bugged, I think. Onto the bank.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you'd attack move when you were diving in there. That was a bit stupid, but...
I don't know, but I think he cover moded and then tried to attack move, and they just went into the bank. Pretty funny.
Oh, that was weird. Okay. But I mean, the Falcons come out. He's still 7k score down.
He doesn't even need to push. He does not need to even push here
No.
at this point.
I mean, Kevin just needs to get some culverins out now and he wins.
Yeah, that works too. Like, I think anything works. He can even maybe go H4 just
Yeah.
for the funnies.
Yeah.
But, I mean, yeah, Artillery Foundry coming out now. And he's going to be able to get the 2 Coves.
It's just the safe option.
Wow, getting more upgrade cards on his rods. These are going to be some really beefed up rods. They have the... I think he even has the Arsenal upgrade on them. Or maybe not. Maybe not yet. Maybe not. Second TC up as well. Yeah, Spain has no reason to really even push now. Because they're going to be outscaling Dutch like crazy.
Minimoult picked up a TP. I like it.
I mean, yeah, you should, right? Free stagecoach. But
Yeah.
this is not going to be enough.
No.
2 Coves are going to be out pretty easily, I'd say, for Kevin here. And once that happens, I mean, these units are not going to be able to do anything. Yeah.
UTC, Spanish Gold. It's just stagecoach. Yeah, this is rough. Really rough. Mini had a chance here though. That's with all the stuff about him doing the age 2 stuff and that, it gave him an opportunity to win this game, and he had a really good opportunity. He did some really good micro, but then he just didn't spend his resources, and it really cost him. Such a shame. Such a shame.
Yeah. Oh, and the Coves are shown now, and I think Mini can just resign here. Yeah, there we go.
Does he have
One
any?
foul.
I mean, he's got culverins in queue as well, but
he has
I
3
don't think
here.
he's gonna be able to get through.
He's not going to be able to get... Yeah, look at this eco. It's just so sad compared to what Spain is doing. They're completely unidled. He has 57 villagers, Spanish gold, 2 TCs, 2 stagecoach to TPs as well. He's on like a 70 vil eco, counting all those trickles. Capitalism, right?
Yeah.
And he's going up to H4 himself here. He's actually... He's so confident he's pushing while aging. I mean...
Yeah, I mean, this is... if you're 10k score up or 11k score up, I think you're allowed to do both.
Yes,
That's
yes.
the one time you're allowed to do both. Push and age.
One Lancer just having a look around at what's going on, and 2 Colves out for Mini. With good micro, it's possible. I mean, these Colves, because they aren't really paying attention to the artillery, so it's possible he wins the artillery war, I'd say. But even if he does, I mean, he's up to age 4. 2 heavy cannons are going to be coming, and yeah, he's even shipping House of Trastamara here before he ages for that extra cheap age up.
Can we see what the age up is?
He hasn't clicked it. He hasn't clicked it yet. Did he lag out?
You go to the top right. If you go to the top right, okay, never mind. It tells you how much it costs, but it's okay.
Oh, sorry. I see. My bad. I didn't realize.
Look how fast it is, though.
Yeah.
Look, that is insane.
It's instant.
Look at that age of time. I've literally seen that card, right? I kid you not. The fastest I've seen that card was, it was a game that Rohbrot was playing against someone. It might have been like Revnak, actually. And he was in age 3 for such a long time. I saw him ship that card. And when he clicked age 4, he literally, I kid you not, he insta-aged. Like, the moment he clicked age, it instantly aged up. Like, there is no limit on the House of Trastamara how fast you can age up.
So 10... oh, he's losing his Colves? Okay, no, never mind. 2 still alive. Yeah.
Let's go.
Rods just go in and chill. I mean, they're even going to beat these halbs at this point. They're so stacked. 223. Oh, wow.
More HP than a veteran halb.
Yeah. I mean, they have less damage, but more, like 40% melee resist. And I mean, there's nothing. I mean, Kevin could disconnect here and he'd still probably win the fight.
Yeah.
And there we go.
Yeah.
All right. And now Kevin again taking back the lead 3-2. And yeah, this series is quite close. We have 2 more games. Can you imagine? I feel like we've been here for quite a while already.
Yeah.
So let me fix up the so who won the previous game? Minimoult had won. So this game was Spain versus Dutch. And Kevin takes the lead once more. So again, just to reiterate the current scores, SKG is now behind by 3 points, even though so this is Kevin's team. Kevin's team is SKG, Minimoult's team is the Bigs. So Kevin, if he's able to take the next 2 games, will allow SKG to kind of be in striking distance of the Bigs. There's only going to be a 1-point difference if Kevin manages to win 5-2. But right now, I think he still has his work cut out for him. He needs to take some more games for SKG to get back into it. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to go use the restroom, but maybe I can tell you what the civs are in the next matchup. It's Mexico, Kevin, Mini's French. So let me put that in and I'll be right back.
French, Mexico. Okay. Oh, yes. The line copy pasta. Let's go. Spam the copy pasta, guys. Spam it. Racist Lion is a known criminal who has been banned by Microsoft for being a racist person, a highly manipulative fraudster you shouldn't take as a reference when watching games. He can't train 2 vills in a row, no lie, but thinks he understands balance. Also scams the community as he is part of the ScamSoc cast team. Oh, so good. So good. How's everyone doing? I think we got YouTube going on here as well. Let me have a quick look. I'm pretty sure ESOC's live on YouTube as well. How's everyone doing on YouTube? We got 56 people watching on YouTube, and we have 236 watching on Twitch. So almost 300 people watching right now, which is pretty darn nice. Yo, how you doing, Marcel? Line, how are you? I'm doing very well, Marcel. I'm I'm not forgetting about you, YouTube boys. What's up, Zandrio? How come viewership is like 200 lower than during the spring CC? I think that was a really hype tournament. That was a really, really hype tournament. And this tournament is hype, but it's a team tournament. It's not the... I just don't think it's the same.
Yeah, I think the difficulty with
Summertime now
EPL
as well, yeah.
is for some of the newer players, I think, who aren't super familiar with the format. It's hard to keep track of like who's playing for which team, how each team is doing. So that's something that we'll work on for the future. Maybe getting a better way to kind of present that information, so that everyone understands what the what's actually going on, what the stakes are for each series, etc. And yeah, I mean, 200 viewership for Bombard Brawl is pretty good. So yeah. Great content watching Baron Otto. Yeah, I might stream a little bit more later on today after the series. We'll see though.
Yeah, I mean, give yourself the raid, mate. You deserve it. You deserve it.
I kind of forgot who Mini and Kevin plays for already and the team scores. So Minimoult, yeah, exactly. Yeah, we need a probably better way to present this information. Let me maybe see if I can edit that into the names. So SKG is currently behind by 3 points.
Well, kicking off on YouTube chat now. Yeah, soldiers. Soldier saying I love Lion. I love you too, brother.
The YouTube chat.
I gotta keep an eye on. I gotta keep an eye on Soldier. He's hot on my tail, isn't he? For the he wants that #1 spot. I got to keep my eyes open on Soldier.
Wait, is this the real Soldier? Can't even. I don't think this is the real. I can't tell.
We got Fouled. How you doing? Daddy Lion, how are you? I'm very well. Sven Dirksen, good to see you, buddy. I'm Knives. Twitch sucks. I mean, you're not wrong. Just watch your Dutch versus Dutch video. Oh, he's talking to Soldier. Amazing. Good to see all you guys. Marcel as well. Lion, which civilization is currently meta? Portugal. Well, USA.
Portugal.
USA. If you want to really lame, USA.
Yeah. Do you like the grape shot? I've seen you do that like 24/7.
Oh, yeah. That's my favorite build at the moment. If I'm not laming Otto, then I'm laming grape shot.
All right, we are back into the game, so let's head over.
Yeah.
Ooh. We are on this map, Cascade Ranges, and in the north side of the map, we have Kevin in the color red, playing for what's this? SKG, as Mexico. Oop, south side of the map, sorry. And in the north side of the map, we have Minimoult playing as the French for the team Bigs. And what do you think about this matchup? France versus Mexico. I don't really see this very often.
I think it's good for France. I'm not a big lover of Mexico at H2 or standard Mexico. A lot of people consider standard Mexico quite weak. I think Mexico can be a gimmicky civ, and they can rely on certain like natives to be good, or certain maps like with TPs to be good. On a map like this, I honestly don't know why you would pick Mexico. Like I don't see why you would pick Mexico. We could see there could be a reason for him maybe to go for like a big rush here. I don't know who counterpicked who, but Minimoult, I imagine when we look at Minimoult's deck, we're going to see a native build, because this is why everyone plays France on this map, and they're just going to spam the Nutka rush, which is kind of incredible, because you can make 10 Nutkas at a time. Yeah, look, he's got the native build, so we're going to see a Nutka rush here. from France. And I don't know. I'm guessing Kevin has a trick up his sleeve on how he's going to counter this. But how that is, I don't know. Maybe he's just going to try and rush and do like a insurgent spam. No
well,
idea.
Nutska beats Insurgents, if I remember correctly, right?
Yeah, they would do. They would do, but maybe you can add in some. It's quite easy to add skirms and that sort of stuff.
For sure.
So yeah, I don't forget. Mexico, they can plant that hacienda down next to the native post. They can use the flag as well to buff their units. So there is all of that going on as well. So yeah, it looks like he's going to go for 14 village up. I think he's gone for hunting dogs. So yeah, this reads to me like an H2 kind of aggressive push here.
Yeah, I have seen Kevin playing a lot of aggressive H2 Mexico. In a series against Daniel, a sturdy table, last week, I think he actually lost with Mexico against Daniel's Inca. It was a really great defense from Daniel, and he was able to kind of wall up basically along the map like this and survive in the north here with Inca. And that was actually an incredible game. But I think with France here, it's going to be a very, very different game. And in fact, maybe, as you said, Minimoult is going to try to contest this forward base from Kevin with that Nutska settlements and those really, really nice clubmen. Oh wait, this is different natives. We didn't get Nukas. No, I lied.
Oh, wait,
there's both. You get both. Sorry, Klamath and natives. Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah. So I mean, they make a good combination as well. The Klamaths. The Klamaths is a very interesting unit because they can act as a villager as well. So yeah, they're a really unique unit. Does it say their Klamath skirmisher versed in a wide range of terrains can pick up treasures and slowly gather from all natural resources except mines and huntable animals? So does that mean it can only gather from berries and trees?
Yeah, I guess so.
But still, that's an interesting way. If you wanted to go for like eco, that would be an interesting way of getting eco. Yeah, but anyway, so native post going down. You can see that forward hacienda as well. Yeah, this is going to be an all-out rush, I think. This is going to be an all-out insurgent versus Nutka rush with some skirms added on both sides.
Yeah, he's going for the Klamath here, so he'll probably get those riflemen out, which I believe they do well against. They're a skirm type unit, right?
Yes.
Good.
Not a very good one though.
Okay.
I mean, they're
okay,
expensive. They're very good.
130.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're like a tanky skirm, I believe. I think they're a tanky skirm.
Okay, cool. So the
Similar
racks
to
coming
the
out. Oh, wow, Native Treaty's first shipment. So he is going really, really all in here, it seems. And if you look at Kevin here, he's shipping 5 bills. So if he's not kind of adapting here, maybe with a military shipment
that
second.
Is not a good idea.
It's going to be tough.
That is not a good idea.
He does have steel traps already. This is the standard build, I think. Oh, no, he doesn't have steel traps. He's macroing for it right now. But once he gets steel traps, he should be able to get the full 10 insurgents here. Maybe he has a chance of taking down this TP. Oh no, not before the first batch comes out. That's for sure. Right, he's gonna finish this. Minimoult's gonna finish this match.
Yeah. Let's have. Oh, he could get bum rushed by these insurgents. He's gonna try and kite away from them. Let's see the stats. 10 ranged attack. It's 2 versus heavy infantry, but it's 20 damage. It's not bad.
They're not very good units, it seems.
No. I mean, yeah, 135 HP. They're not great, and obviously they have no melee resist, so the insurgents would do really, really well versus them. He's trying his best to kite. Get as many as possible. In come the Nutka.
Ooh, more Nutkas and more rifles. And this is a huge skirm kind of pike timing here, right? He has 6 left. He has 10 Nutkas, and I'm not sure what is Kevin gonna be able to do here. He's better be shipping some. He shipped 700 coin.
Oh my goodness, I have no idea. Don't forget, this is still only 5.5 minutes. This is all in. This is 5.5 minutes. This mass at 5.5 minutes is super scary.
It is scary.
Diving a load of Klamath skirms between the. That's one
He's
way
not
to
gonna finish
lose
this
the
match.
game.
No, he finishes it.
Oh dearie me, he's gonna finish it, and he's gonna go for the turnaround. Oh dearie me, what is he doing? The Nutka are being distracted by the hero as well.
He's getting a pull trick here, but these are such better units compared to these pikes, right? They're not even close. More batches here, and I think this forward base is gonna go down. Yeah, I mean, if he's able to force back these skirmishers and these insurgentes, there's gonna be nothing to defend the forward base here. And once this goes down, I think the temple will be vastly in favor of Mini here.
Yeah. Now imagine if 5 skirmishers into 10 insurgents was his first 2 shipments rather than 5 bills, 700 coin.
Like that would be, this would
need
be
that.
such a different game right now.
You need that to defend against the this kind of all-in, right?
Yep. He knows it's going to be the all-in as well. He knows it's going to be all-in. Like, why not just overpower him, you know? Like, it's got to be the reason. I mean, 5 skirms is coming in now. He's going to lose his barracks, but he's going to get 5 skirms. Is he shipping them from the town center? No way.
He should,
really?
right? There's no... I don't think he should fight it here.
Why? I mean,
Oh, wait,
he's got-
actually,
how
he
many
has a
skirms
lot
has he
of...
got?
Wait, he has 10
Yeah,
salty
like,
doors in.
He
Okay.
had 5 skirms and 11 insurgents.
Yeah,
and
there is
he
the
should've- he
danger
should've-
of, like, France going Huss now, like shipping 3 Huss or something even, if he's going, like, really, really all in, and then he might get cleaned up. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Seems unlikely.
I mean, that's the thing about these Age 2 games. Like, it's all in. Like, you've got to win against your opponent.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're getting caught. This is a huge cache, actually. That's like
Oh yeah, that's
800 res. 5 of them,
500.
130 times 5. Yeah, that's like a lot of res. 650 res.
Yeah, now the Skirm's going to be able to do some good kiting against the Nootka. They're going to be able to pop 1 at a time.
Oh, this is not a good trade at all. He's not...
Why are the Nooktas diving in like that? I don't know what... he can... Oh, and he's going to throw his Explorer at it to get the snare in. Beautiful micro there by Kevin.
Oh, nice
Minutemen-
poacher too. That's so
Yeah.
many nukas that just went down. But actually, the ecos are kind of balanced out now. I mean, he's gotten in 22 CDBs. He has his 4 CDB shipment in, and he's shipping Spice Trade, which I think is a great card on this map because the hunt tends to run out somewhat quickly. So if this goes into like a prolonged game, I think the Spice Trade will give him a slight advantage. But at this point, he doesn't even have the range advantage, right? These Klamath Riflemen are getting just mauled by the massive Salteadors here.
Yeah, this really is a slobber knocker Age 2, and you have no idea which way it's going to be, but those Klamath... Oh, they are so bad, man.
They are so bad. For their cost, especially. I don't get it. Like, they have less
Yeah.
range resist. They have really low HP, it seems, as well. Like, it's for their cost. Yeah, this looks kind of over.
I mean, imagine making making Mexico skirms look good is saying something. That is saying something.
Yeah. And now, I mean, what is he gonna do? Just run around with the pikes? Something needs to happen here for Minimoults, and I'm not sure what that is. Okay, adding now. What? Wait. Can you explain the?
I don't know, mate. I don't know. No, I can't.
Okay. Yeah, I have no idea. But anyways, okay, he's getting caught out here. This is GG. I
Oh my
think.
god, Soul Daddies as well.
Yeah. So many Nuka getting caught here for free. They're not going to get any value whatsoever. And I mean, this is kind of demoralizing, right? You kind of all in and you just get completely shut down, even when your opponent went pretty greedy with 5 bills, 700 coin first. So
Yeah, I mean, that is actually incredible when you think about it.
yeah. More pikes. I mean, he's going pikes against Skirm Musk basically right now. He has 5 soldados, which is like 10 Musk.
Mini could have done the psionic and just. I think there was a point where he could have just dived in with his skirmishes, with his villagers as well, just upgrade his villagers, kind of do a villager plus Nootka pool. And honestly, I don't think Kevin could have done much about it.
Yeah, with Wilderness Warfare, which boosts like
Yeah.
both of them, Pioneers maybe, I don't know. There's potentially an option. I actually think it works well against Mexico. This this Pike plus CDB kind of rush. But I don't know. That seems a bit too creative, you know.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, these Soul Daddies have 25% melee resist and higher melee attack as well. I don't really see what the point of this is. He's even gonna get these skirms shooting them, and I think he's gonna actually clean up the Soul Daddies, but he's gonna lose quite a lot of pikes for it. And ooh, he's shipping the 7 boats and a dock wagon on the North Pond now.
Yeah,
So
pretty
Kevin
good.
is gonna get a lot of vills. This is gonna put him up to 40 vills all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's almost impossible to contest them as well, unless Minimoult builds an actual dock.
Yeah, he doesn't have water
yeah,
cards
it's-
except H3.
Yeah. It's just, this is so rough.
No military production building now for Mini because he was going like all in on natives So all he has are is just this one TP making these pretty underwhelming skirms, honestly. And he's shipping 8 bows as well. But will we see actually a Chinako switch from Kevin? I'm kind of hoping for that, but he doesn't even need that because these skirms are gonna do well against crossbows, right? And he just has so much mass, better eco as well.
I mean, at this point, I just want to see Klamath, the Klamath skirmishers, like gathering natural resources. That's all I want to see.
They are. Look at him go. Let's ignore that
they
fight
really?
there and just look at these guys
What's
putting
the,
it on
what's the
berries.
gather rate? 0.27.
0.27. Oh my god.
So bad. Oh my god.
I mean, maybe is that actually that bad though? Like if you have a lot of your military just idle and just camp them on berries.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I mean, for how bad the skirms are as units, I think, yeah, it's pretty bad. But if they were better units, this would be like a nice passive bonus, you know? Like, you just, whenever you're idle, you just park them on some trees, and they kind of just trickle res for free. But this is over. I think we need to micro the top right button here.
Yeah.
I think the game plan maybe was... Or the execution, because Minimoult was stacking like 1,500 food when he's all inning. Like, that just doesn't really make sense to me, right?
Yeah, I don't know where it went wrong, honestly. I mean, Kevin played greedy as well, and Minimoult should have 100% capitalized on that. Yeah, I just don't know where it went that wrong.
Now these pikes are just gonna run in 5 speed. 5.7 speed, actually. How? Wait, are they normally 5.
I think he got the card. Did he get the card to buff their...
5% speed. Yeah, that's a nice one. Machetes. Wow. Insurgentes are really, like, I think one of the best units in the game, in like the mid to late game. If you're able to
in
get
the mid to late game,
all the techs up. All the techs up?
Oh, do you mean
like with the Yucatan and everything, like you can get such like...
Oh, right. Yeah. I wouldn't say one of the best units, but when you get the Yucatan gives them the charged ability,
Yeah.
and then if you can get the gun, the rifle card for them, so they get the
exactly.
the range.
Like musks, like super
they
cheap
are
musks.
pretty good. Yeah. They are pretty good then, yeah. Because they got like, you get like 6 speed or something.
I think they can get even more than 6, right? Because they get tagged as gunpowder infantry, so you can
that's
get
true.
the arsenal and like military drummers and everything. You can just boost them a lot as well. I don't know. Seems pretty strong. I saw this one. I forget who. I think you casted this. It was a while back. Somebody doing the Yucatan insurgent build.
Oh yeah,
against
against
the port player going pure goon, and it was pretty like they were just destroying them.
Oh
the goons.
yeah. Because they actually have a really high base damage as well, I think, like, which is kind of crazy because they only cost food, and they're so efficient for what they are. It's actually incredible.
Yeah, now Kevin's on both sides of the water. He's really feeling himself now, going full boom. 51 villagers in H2. Minimoult's only on 31, and yeah, they're CDBs, but the CDBs are unfortunately on berries, and this is especially unfortunate because he's shipped a spice trade, right? So yeah. I'd rather prefer them be on hunts, right? Because the hunts are going to last longer. They're going to get way better gather rates when you have steel traps, etc. So, I don't know.
Well, he's staying in the game. He is down like 5-6k score. I mean, to be fair, when you do these native builds, you do down score a little bit. Because like a lot of your score is in cards that are buffing these natives. So you do downscore a little bit somewhat, but I mean not by obviously 5-6k, so yeah, still looking really rough.
He's also not using his res, like stacking so much food.
I know.
Like, why don't you just drop a Rax or something at this point and just make another unit type? Because you're not able to like make any natives. You only have 1 military production building.
I mean, again, it could be that tournament nerves. I just don't know. I just don't. He's obviously at the moment focusing on micro, so he's not fixated on his macro. But
I mean, you're playing with 5 units when your opponent is playing with 50, so I don't know what there is to micro here.
Yeah. That is very true, and I think that's gonna be GG there, and I think he'll call it there.
Yes. This is yeah, this was a tough one for sure.
I think he's doing the old talking in chat at the moment
he's
before he
typing
clicks
right
that
now.
resign button.
Yeah, exactly. Look at this. Well, this is in terms of the overall results for the tournament, this is very exciting because now SKG is only 1 point. Wait, sorry. Okay, now even I'm forgetting the point system. So yesterday, Ketterboy won by 5 and Tabin won by 1, so it was 4-point lead. And now it's a 2-point lead now for the bigs against SKG.
Wow.
So definitely, definitely a very, very close series for the final week of EPL. And we're going into our last game. So as I said, if Kevin wins this last game, the pressure will really be on bigs to hold their lead, their 1-point lead for the remainder of the 2 series to be played after this. Okay, and the last game, take a guess at what the matchups are.
Kevin might be USA.
No, Kevin is picking up his Haudenosaunee, which I think is his best Civ by far.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, right. I mean, Kevin is like 2400 elo Haudenosaunee, maybe even.
I mean, he is. Yeah, he's got one of the best houds in the game, hands down.
Yeah.
What's the map?
The map is Finland, so it's a good Haudenosaunee map as well, right? You have the water play options.
Yeah.
It's a pretty close.
Yeah.
It's a very good map, I think, for Haud. And it's also a good map for auto though, so you never really know. Can go either way, and I don't know. Is Mini
what map isn't good for Otto?
Yeah, but like Finland. I mean, have you seen these Karim games on Finland? He goes absolutely wild on the water, like.
Yeah.
Okay, so who does Minimoult play auto much? I actually don't really know.
Not on ladder very often, but you know he's been playing Otto for a long time, so like he'll whip him out in a tournament. Definitely.
Yeah. I remember. Oh, actually, no. Never mind. I was trying to think of the last time I saw him playing auto. I mean, this is gonna sound funny again, but I think it was the Soldier Mirror in the last tournament where he and Soldier had an auto mirror, and I think Soldier won that one, but it was a very, very close game.
Alrighty then, so we're just gonna wait for this game. This is gonna be the last game of this series, and Kevin is winning, and he's won it, but obviously it's about a team effort. So Mini wants to keep this as close as possible. So everything is still on the line for this last game. Who's gonna give their team more of the advantage?
Yes, for sure. And what are your predictions for the other series today? I think there's what are the other ones? There's Rohbrot versus Ezad. I think Ezad has the edge here, but Rohbrot is I mean we're chill, so I'm really rooting for Rohbrot to take some games here.
Yeah, well, I mean, Rohbrot's my boy, so I'll be rooting for him. But I've seen those two play. It's always very, very close.
Yeah.
Rohbrot does really well. Rohbrot's like me in one sense. You know, he does really, really well, and he's really, really dangerous with a select few civs. People do underestimate him though, because they just know him. People just think he's a Spain bot, and they do underestimate the amount of civs he is actually good with. But Ezad is a top player, like Knights of the Mediterranean, Kings of the Old World tournament. He came second, out of everyone, and that was like the biggest tournament we've ever had. And technically he should have won it if it wasn't for Revnak, the piece of shit that when he essentially unpaused and cheated that game. So Ezad when he's on form is definitely one of the best players in the game.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's performed pretty well this tournament as well. I think he beat. I can't quite remember. I think he actually lost in against my team, but I can't remember who played him. It was either I know he beats Maito, I think 4-1 or something. That was like a really not a very close series, but I believe he either lost to Warsword or who was my other player? A's. No, I think it was Warsword. He lost to Warsword, 3-2, I believe. Maybe it was even 4-1. And Warsword was honestly surprised everyone. I think he did very, very well.
Yeah.
He did lose to Julian, but other than that, he was just crushing everybody.
Yeah, Warsword is a beast. Warsword is a beast. It's just Julian's not only a beast. Julian like destroys players like standard players like that as well. Like because he is just the king of standard. Like
Yeah, he's a nerd.
But yeah, 100%. He is the nerd. He's the king. Right. Should we kick off into the next game? The final game of the series?
Yeah, why don't you do the introductions?
Okay, we are on Finland, and we have Minimoult versus Kevin. This is the final game of this series. Kevin is in red in the south of the map, playing as likely his best civ, what he was originally known for, the Haudenosaunee. Kevin's known for playing all civs, but this was his like OG civilization. So yeah, Kevin is really, really good on this. He's probably waited till the end for this map specifically to play this civilization because it is a water map. So Haudenosaunee, you know, people consider them, I would say like A tier, but on water maps, you know, a lot of people consider them A plus S tier because they are that good on water maps. They get that kind of that semi-water boom, which is so scary because their eco is good, their aggression is still good, all that sort of good stuff. Going up against Minimoult, playing as the Ottomans. Again, another civ that excels on this map. Generally, you have House of Vaza on this map. Can we just double check whether the natives will allow for Vaza? We have the Jigelian, or sorry, no, the Oldenburg. And we have House of Vaza. So Hanseatic League synergizes exceptionally well with Otto, especially if Otto want to do FF stuff. Because you know they get the 700 word, or they can go quartermaster age up, and they can just really effectively get the Hanseatic League out. He can age up as well with the Carolean, not the Carolean, the Caravel, which allows for kind of that fortress play and be sneaky in the Caravel and come up, pop up around your opponent's base. So yeah, so there's lots of options here for Otto as well as Haudenosaunee. Yeah,
and if you just look at the decks here for Otto, he looks like he's going pretty heavy on anti-water, but he doesn't have like the schooners or the rendering plants or whatever. What's the H2 one? Fish market? Can't remember.
That's the H1. Yeah, rendering plant is H2.
Okay, yeah. So having those water boomy cards that you often see Kurim and other Otto water lamers do. But on the other hand, with Haudenosaunee, he did use his Travois, I believe, for the dock. So he's already getting 2 fishing boats out and a 3rd one in queue. So that's a nice little boost in H1. And I assume in transition, he'll be getting a couple more boats out as well. Yeah, Haud is just honestly such a good civ on water maps, in my opinion. Like, it kind of covers some of their early weaknesses in eco, but their units are quite good. So...
Yeah, no, definitely. So can we just see how many boats Haudenosaunee is getting there?
Yeah, it was 3, and he's queuing a 4th right now.
Sorry, yeah, okay.
Actually,
okay, and
I think he got the 4th one from the wood of a treasure, I believe, because he wasn't macroed for wood. Somehow he got that 4th one out. But anyways, what were you saying?
Yeah, no, I was just saying. I'm going to be intrigued to see what Haudenosaunee decides to age up with, and is it going to be the fast age up? It looks like it is.
Messenger, yeah.
This is honestly what I think is so scary about Haudenosaunee on this map. Like the fast age, because like he aged up, you know, sort of 3 minutes, 3 minutes 10. It's not even that bad, right? With 19 villagers, right? That's like a Brit eco, right? So he essentially has Brit eco right now, but he's going to be aging up before 4 minutes. Like this is what I think Haudenosaunee are just so good. So he can do so many things right now. He could decide to send for Kanye West and go for the early raiding, or he could decide to push forward and go for the early aggression. Like there's so many options here, and yeah, this is it looks like he's going to go for the early aggression against Otto, which is risky, but again, he could go for the trade post line. You know, he's going for 5 villagers now, which is going to give him 26 villagers. He's still boat booming. He is still boat booming on top of all of this. And because the water's so big on this map, he's essentially in age 2 really quickly with a 2 TC eco. Like Haudenosaunee on water maps are honestly so good.
Yeah, For sure. And if we look at Mini here, he's getting the Hanseatic League. So he's going for a little bit of greed himself with the Torps. But if we just look at the villager counts, right? 14 vills. He has shipped Capitalism, so he's kind of on like 17 vills. But overall, I think Eero, in the long run, will definitely do well if he's able to maintain control of the water. If we do recall, though, Otto does have like a pretty heavy water commitment, or the potential for a pretty heavy water commitment, with improved warships, 2 galleys, a frigate, and all these nice anti-water shipments. But he's actually even going for Royal Arquebusiers. This is very interesting.
Wow. Okay, that is interesting. I mean, that's going to be really good against the Tomahawks, but it won't be so good against the bows.
Yeah.
They do get promotions though, so they do get promotions. So they're it's a decent unit. It's definitely an underrated unit as well. I mean, they're not great, don't get me wrong, but they in H2, they're a good H2 unit.
Yeah. And now he's just gonna come over here, and I think he's just gonna siege these Torps down. There are 4 Jans coming out, but there's a large number of these Tomahawks here. He even converts that Witch Hunter. And he's shipping, I saw Kevin is shipping 4 Kanya behind this. So he'll have a little bit of a scary timing here on the auto base. And what is Minimoult doing? He's shipping 700 coin. Is he...
Do you have an artillery down?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is he trying to add Abyss?
That's a weird shipment.
That's weird, yeah.
That is a weird shipment. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. He's going for steel traps, and he sent 700 coin.
But okay, he has gone for 5 vills as well. So this is kind of the build that we've seen Keter do a lot as well, which is the 3 vill Capitalism, 5 vill, 700 coin, 700 wood build. Usually you do this with some like Jan aggression, but here he's had to use so much wood for the Hanseatic League that I don't think the tempo really works out for him. Like, he's just getting pushed back. He has nothing in queue, or like nothing out on the field. He's gonna lose all of these Janissaries, and I think it's just
those natives going down. Like I mean, I don't understand. The thing is, like, the Otto FF, right? The Otto FF can, like, he could be almost aged up right now, and he could still have Hanseatic League behind it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I don't understand the want or need to go H2 here, unless you're going for like trade post eco, which he hasn't done here. So this does seem like a bit of a bizarre build, and he's probably underestimated the H2 push here.
I think this build maybe can work if you're just going double racks Jans in base and then adding an artillery foundry with 700 wood. But if he's using his wood instead on the Hanseatic League, he's just wasting so much time, and it's allowing Hao to just completely outmass him here. And it doesn't matter if you have your eco set up with 22 vills, because guess what? Kevin is on 36 vills with 9 boats on the water, so you're not even ahead on eco.
How insane is that?
Yeah.
7.5 minutes, and he's on 38 villager eco, and he's been able to push and rush behind it. Look at his military. Look at his eco. How are they not insane on this map? I don't understand how people don't think that this is an S tier civ on a water map.
Yeah,
I think Haudenosaunee are an A tier, maybe a low A tier civ on a standard map. On water map, they become S tier. But look at this. Look at this eco. He's 2 TC booming.
Yes. I mean, to be fair, other civs can also like start water and quote-unquote 2 TC boom, but really what's scary is the fact that with this tempo, he's driving Otto, which is like one of the fastest aging civs, and putting them on the back foot while simultaneously outbooming them this hard, right? Like that's what's really scary about this kind of build.
Yeah.
And look at his mass now. He has 16 Iana, 20 Tomahawks, still a little Kanya here left alive, and his Explorer on full HP, 630 health, with the ability to do that eagle eye shots, which will do a lot of damage even to Jans.
On the chat saying what makes their age 1 water so good? Well, the fact they get a dock for free, and the fact that they can age up fast into age 2 negates a lot of the downsides to going for water booming, which a lot of it is slowing, is aging up slower. So essentially they negate any of the bad effects of water with that. So yeah, and they get a free Travois, and
to get a free Travoy with the age up, and their units, most of their units cost wood and food. Well, they do cost wood and food. And what do boats and villagers cost? Wood and food. So their macro just suits perfectly for it. And look at the mass he's got here at 9.5 minutes. He's just absolutely destroyed the Ottoman army. And with that, I think that is going to be the GG. And that right there is a perfect example, pulled off exceptionally perfectly by the best Haudenosaunee in the game, Mr. Kevin, of how good Haudenosaunee water play just is.
Yeah, very well played. And just looking over at Otto, I mean, again, Minimoult stacking so much res. I have no idea what his game plan was here again.
What is that food? Yeah, every game. He stacks so much.
Maybe it's just, yeah, maybe he's kind of tired. It is a very long series, and it's hard to kind of play at the top level for so long. Even, like, I'm by no means like a top player, right? But even playing at my level, after a couple of games, I tend to start getting tired and play more sloppily. So it's, yeah.
I just don't think the H2 build was the right play here. And if he did, then he needed Abbas guns. And I don't know, he sent 700 wood, 700 coin. Probably, it must have been a mistake. He obviously thought he had sent 700 wood, but he sent 5 villagers instead of 700 wood. So I think he got confused. And I think that was what cost him the game here. Because if it was 700 wood, 700 coin, rather than 5 vills, 700 coin, he could have made Abbas guns, and that could have been a big difference here. But yeah, so honestly, I just think it's, like you said, it might be, it's a long series, he might be a bit tired, or it just could be tournament nerves. You just don't know. But I mean, nonetheless, series ended, right? Is it 5-2?
5-2,
taking
exactly.
2 games.
Yes.
Yeah, taking 2 games against Kevin is no easy feat. Kevin is an absolute beast. Mini is an absolute beast. And that was a good series.
Yes, just a quick recap now. Mini is ahead. Sorry, not Mini. The Bigs is ahead by just a single points now. So really, it is gonna be a. I don't know how the Bigs are gonna be feeling, because the next series, Ezad versus Rohbrot, I think objectively is favored for Ezad. That's how it's been in the past. Rohbrot does, of course, always have the chance to make an upset. I think Rohbrot's a great player. He always pulls out some magic where he forces his opponent on the back foot and comes back. But that, in my opinion, is favored for SKG here, who's fielding Ezad. And the last series of the day, Lucas versus Dennis. That will also, I think, be very close. Dennis is really recently showing that he's quite a good player. I think he won a series against Batu and lost just 2-3 against Sheikh in the and that was like a down to the wire series as well. So
yeah,
I think it's so close to call right now. And I'm not going to be producing the next series, but I do believe we have Hompa and Manakiko getting in here. So let's see if we can swap over to the second production of the day. And don't go anywhere, guys, because we're just getting started. There's going to be so many great games for the remainder of the day. And Lion, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be really, really close. It's 1 point in it at the moment. Like, that's absolutely ridiculous. So some really close games up to cut. So yeah, I can't wait to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, for sure. All right.
It was a good series.
Yeah.
3 hours. Fantastic casting with you, Baron.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. Thankfully, no technical issues today, so hopefully we can continue that streak.
Yeah. And shout out to you, Baron, as well, for doing you're doing the production as well behind all of this as well. Like, I'm just literally just sitting here, chilling, just doing some of the casting, whilst Baron is also casting, co-casting, doing all the production, doing everything that goes along with it. So yeah, shout outs to Baron. You are really a
thank you.
You are the diamond in ESOC.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been fun for sure. And we're gonna go. So I'm gonna stop streaming, but we're gonna go live immediately. So I will see you guys in the chats. I'll stick around, but let's give it up for Hompa and Manakiko, who are your next casters. Hey! All right, see you, boys. What's up?
Okay, no.
Hello. All right.
Yo, what's up?
I think you guys have to real quick leave the cameras if you can close out the VOD Ninja. So we're up.
Let me do that quick.
Right, I'm there. I'm done. Right, boys. Good luck with the next series. I'll be chilling in the stream.
Hey, great cast, man. It was very entertaining.
Cheers, man. Cheers, man. I just do my retard voice half the time.
Yeah.
It was a great series. Yeah. All right. I'll see you guys. Good luck.
Yeah.
See ya. All right, Hongpa, are you ready?
Yes, sir. I'm very excited, and that last series was, has brought everything really back into a very, very, very tight overall EPL, and so that's going to be very exciting. I forgot to reset the overlay beforehand. Excuse me with that. I'm kind of a bot. But yeah, welcome everybody. I think the players are, let's see. Let me message them and go to their channel and see if they're ready to go. Are you excited for this one? What do you think between Rohbrot and Ezad? What's your take on this game and series going to be?
I feel like these players, they are quite similarly matched in skill. If you look up the standings in the ranking today, at this moment, we have a top 10 player Ezad against a top 12 player Rohbrot. So I mean, that stuff is gonna be hype. But we have to say, Rohbrot, I feel like he's a little bit more of an aggressive player. He likes his timings, while Ezad is sometimes more greedy, and he has sometimes a little bit of a different angle. So I'm excited, man. I really think they're evenly matched, and yeah, curious to see what they will play.
Yeah, they definitely both have their unique play styles. Rohbrot likes to just jam it in with a lot of aggression in Age 3 typically, while Ezad, as you mentioned, he likes to boom, big corner raid guy. Compositionally, I think also something that is interesting about Rohbrot, I've played with him and against him a couple of times in teams or in lobbies or TTM, and he has, I don't know what it is, I can't really explain it, but he has such a unique micro style that it's really, it's not something you would play against normally, so when you do come across it, it's very difficult. I don't know if it makes sense. He doesn't have control groups, he doesn't really drag, he does drag box, but it's just very unique. And then Ezad, he likes to go for those heavy melee compositions, so it's going to be really unique. We do have the first matchup from the players here, and we have Rohbrot coming in, and he's going to be playing as Spain, and Ezad, oh, not China, my bad. Ezad, drumroll, Italy for game number 1. What do you think about this matchup, Manakiko?
I mean, China or Italy, they both love noodles. But in the end, Italy, it suits Ezad's playstyle. He loves to do crazy stuff. So I think, yeah, if he can hold the timing of Rohbrot, he's in a golden seat. But yeah, Rohbrot, as you say, his micro is impeccable. He's gonna surprise Ezad maybe with a great push. Maybe if he can stop the going to H4 with Italy. But yeah, I really hope to see a good game. We are playing on the Karelian Lakes, so that might make it a little bit difficult to put an outpost in the middle of the map. You really have to choose a side. So yeah, I'm curious what the game will be, and if you're ready, I'm ready. Then I'm very excited to hop into this game. And,
yeah, let me share my screen. My screen with you on Discord so you can see it live real quick. The players are, now that they've picked their civs, they're getting into the lobby. Now, I think this is such an interesting matchup because typically Spain, although I think nowadays their industrial play isn't as feared because the Chile Revolt got nerfed and their Age 3 tempo is just so good, so you kind of see a lot of Spain players sticking to Age 3, and they can get a ton of pressure out, and especially with the mortar card, they could really potentially scare off Italy's industrial. But at the same time, Italy kind of wants you to be down in age, and if they can make it safely to the industrial age with their little toot skirmoochies, they can be very, very scary. So it's going to be an interesting one.
They're very horny, those Bersagliaries, or however you call them. And I think Rohbrot is like the type of player that will break the shell of that turtle that Italy usually is. But also maybe we're gonna see some H2 play from Spain, especially against Italy, because you really want to stop Italy in their tracks. So it might be possible with that House of Trasamagra card that you can get a fast and a cheaper age up. So, but as you say, Rohbrot generally he loves his musks, he loves his falcons. So my bet is on a H3 push, and it's up to Ezad to hold it off.
Yeah, definitely. I remember a couple of days ago seeing somebody playing Spain H2, and Rohbrot was in the chat like, this should be an illegal automatic ban from appearing on any Age of Empires game ever again. He's not the kind of... I mean, I've seen him do it like a couple of times, but those games are like against Lion, and he's like, they've played each other so many times, and it's just coming down to mind games at that point, and not really like the strat, right? But I'm not sure he would really go for Age 2 play. Corellian Lake's an interesting map as well. We've got a lot of small treasures. I'm not sure if we have any map intros. I'm not going to switch you guys over because it might play something random that's already queued up. So we're just going to stay safe there and keep the chatting going for a couple of moments. Now, of course, there is the 3-minute delay, and they did host the game ESOC Lobby A. What's up, everybody in the chat? How are we doing? How are we doing? We've got Big Elote Grandote. I love that name. It rhymes so well. Big Rosado. What's up, everybody?
Big Obi-Wan here too. He's a finalist in the Order of the Roast tournament, so that's next week.
Okay.
And it's a tournament for lower ranked players, but still that guy he's ready to take on Mr. Grimescene. I'm sure you know him too.
Yes, of course.
So there is content for every level, but today we only have the best of the best. 2,200 plus players, so I see Rohbrot on the ladder. He has a 10-win streak at this moment, man. What a fucking beast.
He's a Chad. I mean, what can I say? He's that guy.
Also the last I was gonna say the
also,
last 10 games
sorry to cut you off there. We do have the game, so I'm going to hop in and switch you guys over to the game. All right. Welcome, everyone, to game number 1 here. It's taking a second to load. Kika, all right, I need to raise your audio a little bit. All right. So, welcome to game number 1 in this play all 7 of this EPL final between Rohbrot and Ezad, and in the west of the Corellian Lakes, in the color blue, we have Big Rohbrot, and his opponent today, none other than Kex Ezad, playing as the Italians in the color red. I'm here with Manikiko. Welcome. Tell me what you think is going to be kind of, I know we were talking a little bit before the match started, but seeing the map, seeing this kind of layout so far, what do you think is going to happen?
I see Rohbrot already taking an early TP, so he loves that XP income. Ezad, of course, building his market first. You know, as the Italians, you want those tech. Every technologia is an extra villager. So you really want to buy the market even. I'm not sure if he bought it just now. And then, Spain with his dog, man, he loves this map. It's just you and your trusty dog taking treasure after treasure after treasure. And it's lovely. What's the name of the dog, by the way? I always love to see that. They're always unique names.
Baracho. Yes, Baracho. And thank you for those in chat. I am monitoring. I have raised Manakiko's audio. Please let me know if it's better now. But yes, Baracho, what a lovely guy. And speaking of which, look at this lovely little moose. You know, I love looking at all of the animals on the map. I always feel bad sometimes killing the hunts. Like if it's like the capybara, I'm always like, damn, that's like a friendly looking animal, you know? But yeah, small treasures in Age 1 on this map. Nothing too crazy going to be happening. So we do have the, of course, standard Italy start here. He is mining coin. Let's take a look at each player's deck here briefly. If we take a look over at Rohbrot's perspective, 6 spies. Interesting. So you did mention Age 2 play potentially, and he does have 6 and 7 rods, so we might actually see that, and he is going up. Okay, so he was going 16. Okay, never mind. He's going 15 now. Let's take a look over to Ezad's deck. What do you think of this, Manakiko?
Missing the Croatian company in H2, but yeah, this deck, it screams fast industrial. He wants to get up as fast as he can. Also, the armored pistoliers in H3, I don't see that in every Italy deck, so interesting stuff. But with the papal technology, I love that. Like in the last Italy games I saw, I think it was yesterday, we didn't see a lot of papal units, and I really hope and I believe that Ezad is like a really papal enjoyer. You know, he believes in the Pope, so he's gonna call him up and send him his papal units. But yeah, Rohbrot's deck, a lot of H2 cards, and what I also love, those 6 spies, man. They are gonna be so good against, for example, that Croatian company that is not here now. But they also kill the Stradiot, I think, pretty fast. If we see the Broken Lance company. So good stuff from Rohbrot. I think it's really a counter deck for Italy. And yeah, meanwhile, Ezad, is he not aging up yet?
No, yeah,
what's happening here?
He has definitely missed macroed. He has got, I think, well, the other thing too was he got steel traps, but he got it at 220. In this map, there's, as we mentioned, not very many large treasures, so kind of getting the extra boost from a treasure to get the steel traps, you know, it's a bit slower, but as Italy, you know, you can just do your thing anyways, because you'll be aging up with a bunch of units, or excuse me, villagers in transition, and you've also got capitalism, right? If we take a look over back at Rohbrot, as we do see the architect building a trading post, 2/3 of the way aged up with the governor. He does have 200 wood in the bank here. We do see 2 forward vills making their way. Oh, yeah. Walk in fast. But it is going to be scouted here by Ezad.
Damn, and Borracho is in the area, and yeah, you don't want to bother these Spanish villagers because they love their perros and they love Borracho. And yeah, also what you don't want to do as Italy, you don't want to kill the dog because then you have bad karma. So it's a difficult thing. But yeah, I think we're gonna see a forward outpost here with a barracks potentially. And yeah, Rohbrot's just gonna start pushing units into Ezad's base. And I think Ezad, yeah, he's gonna be in H1 still for a while. He did all his market tags, so he's on 19 villies. But yeah, look at his macro. That looks pretty juicy. He looks ready to fast fortress after this. 700 coin shipment, and he must be ready.
Yeah.
What also is remarkable, he doesn't have any Lombards yet.
Yeah.
Normally you see the architect making Lombards, right?
Honestly, with a straight fast fortress, it's better, especially in an instance. I think the rule of thumb typically is if you can get a safe in-base trading post, I personally feel that it's better for your tempo overall and card progression to get up to the fortress age. And the thing with Lombards is they're not really useful until you send you Fitzy and then they give you XP, right? So it looks like he's just going to do the no 700 coin FF, which is now, okay, so I was gonna say, like, Lombards aren't as useful unless they generate XP and you dump a lot of res. And if you're fast fortressing, you're not going to be converting resources, so they're not really as useful as, say, a TP. But now with this, he can transition into Lombards after, and he's also got this nice building potential, daily block. He's got a lot of herds in base. He's looking good. Let's take a look back over at Rohbrot. 5 musketeers, putting down a second barracks. Forward tower is down, and he's also shipping 8 pikemen. So we do see 10 musketeers out on the field. Half HP explorer. Market is now coming down. Yes, we will. And no villagers right now being queued. He's going very heavily into this. So 3-vil capitalism, no 5-vil, just 700 wood into 700 coin in pikes with musketeers here.
Yeah. This feels like he's making he's like Saruman making his Urukai army here from musketeers, and he's gonna dive that base with all his power. And yeah, it seems Ezad is now making walls too, which is
this is
smart.
This is so smart. I mean, 1,000 HP, like, it'll buy him enough time. The age up is coming in. He does not, however, have advanced politicians, so the age up will be slow. He is aging up with the bows. But oh no, Ezad, this is why you keep the pillars on the corners, buddy. This is why you not like that. Oh, that's so unfortunate. But he's shipping the bows on the side as well in pivot transition. Explorer going to snare. Villagers are trying to tank. Dogs are getting into the mix.
Yeah, and these
Minutemen!
dogs, they love to gobble up these bows. Yeah, it's still the HF is halfway through. Ezad, he still has a little bit of time left. I think the Spanish explorer. Oh no, he didn't die. That's the Italian explorer. So I was gonna say.
We do have 18 Pavisiers, though. He shipped advanced politicians, doubling or furthering the amount of bows. Nice splits there from the bows onto the pikes. The dogs, though, are doing a lot of damage. Musketeers are walking forward. This is exactly what they want to do. He doesn't have a shipment available, nor does he have any pop. He's currently popped. He has to fight, and he accidentally shoots the Treasure Guardian, taking an entire 2 full volleys there. Oh, Rod's going forward.
This is looking rough. And yeah, Ezad, he has all his villagers in his town center. He's not able to get out of. He's not able to get some resources. And Rohbrot, he's putting his foot on his neck here. Yeah, do you think he will have enough steam in the bank here to finish him off?
So I just saw in chat from the players while we're watching this sieging going on. Game crash XD lol I rehost. I guess I lost everything. 1.
That is a big.
Okay, so they're restarting the game. All right. Not quite sure administratively how this is gonna go. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's see here, everyone. Let's take you back to the home screen really quickly, and we're gonna have to figure out. Okay, so that was quite an interesting game. I did, completely miscall Rohbrot and his game plan calling Spain H2. Maybe he put that in the chat to bait us so that he, people wouldn't think he'd go H2, and then he just does. Yeah.
He's a 400 IQ mastermind. Using his technology to DDoS his enemy. Quite advanced warfare from Rohbrot, and it seems like the players agree that Ezad lost, and that they're just gonna go next game, I guess.
All right. Well, fair enough. And P2. P1 victory. There we go. P2 defeat. So I think that's fair enough. I mean, he was kind of housed in that position. Really I mean, yeah. Sending advanced politicians. It's hard to tell though, because he could have kited a lot harder with the bows against but at the same time, like, he was housed, he didn't have a shipment, there was so much siege potential, he was following it up with more unit shipments, and he could have, you know, also just backed up and aged himself. Okay, so the players, you know, fair enough, props to Ezad for conceding that. So the second game here is going to be Rohbrot playing as the British, and Ezad is going to be playing as India. So classic matchup, this one. Tell me what you think about it.
Man, I just love India because they are so flexible in a sense that they can make a skirmisher, they can make a kind of rodolero, I guess, and they can make the musketeer, and then of course they have the Zambaraks and the Sowars in H2, so they have a lot of options to fight the Brits in an extended H2, and yeah, as we all know, Brits they love to fight H2 to build their manners all over the map. So I think it's a good matchup.
Yeah.
Oh, you already put defeat on Ezad. I think that's not
oh shit! You were
there.
so right. You're so right. Yeah, no, I got the flag up. Thank you for seeing that. Yeah, there's some things that I had left over. I didn't really prepare honestly well in time. I was kind of locked into the last series and then forgot I had obligations to like change the scoreboard and shit real quick. So there might be a couple of lingering flags. So thank you for pointing that out. Now I will point out Ezad. Yeah, Ezad. One of his mains. Oh, fucking Italy flag. I clicked. Brit. Where is it?
Yeah, we'll just call them Brittany today.
Yeah, Brittany. I mean, Brit equals India equals Italy. So you know.
Yeah, they're all basically same. They're all
India equals Italy, confirmed. But yeah, Ezad definitely an India enthusiast, if not main, some might say. Yeah. Keister,
like
hold on.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sorry, I was just reading chat.
I was gonna say the moment India is H3 and they get that Mahout out, you want to run your longbows as far as you can. But yeah, that is the big moment I'm waiting for. Yeah, you were saying something about Keister?
Yeah, so I see something in the chat here. Rohbrot 7 O's, I'll get a drag box tattooed on my ass. What would that even look like? Would you literally just have a mouse cursor with a box on it? Like, would you have musks and falcons inside of the box? Like, I think that's the only way you can do it.
Yeah, probably a musk next on his right cheek and a musk on his left, and then a box around it with a cannonball in the middle.
Peak. Absolutely peak.
Oh, that's great banter, guys. And yeah, love to see a lot of people still watching. We're still on basically 250 people watching. So guys, if you love this content, please consider donating a little bit, getting some subscriptions. We want to cast many more seasons. And yeah, thanks to your support, we're doing this season already. So big shout out to ESOC. And I think we're almost ready to go into the game.
Yes, we are. And with that, I'm going to transition you guys over into game number 2. All right. Welcome to the second game. Manakiko, why don't you do the honors and introduce the players?
Welcome to this beautiful desert-like area. We call it the painted desert because the nature only had one color of paint, and that is this brownish color. We have our brown animals, we have our brown ground, we have our brown trees, but we do have 2 players in other color. In the south side, we have Big Rohbrot, the winner of game 1 in the blue, playing as the British, unfortunately not in red, but that's okay because in the red we have another player, Mr. Ezad, playing as India, and you already see one of their sacred cows arriving at his base. And of course, we see the Indian explorers running around the map. This painted desert is full of sacred cows to the Indians, and he's trying to find all of them. And he's actually on a very advantageous spot here, because he's just before the Rohbrot's explorer. So I think Ezad is gonna have a lovely time collecting all of these cows.
Yeah, and sometimes with the livestock maps, particularly the older maps, even if you do your homework on where the livestock spawns, it can be super random. Like Upper Himalayas is an example where the distribution of cows can be just pure luck, and in this instance, Ezad is getting very lucky. And the thing that makes India scary is when they have a good XP curve, because they scale well, their shipments progress faster, meaning their units and eco progress faster. Like, it all just starts clicking. And if you recall, like a few years ago, before India received their XP nerf and a couple of unit nerfs, like they were top tier. Like, their Gurkhas were just unkillable. But that's another thing. So going to be quite interesting. We do see 5 cows here, and it looks like he's going to get a 6th one. Meanwhile, Rohbrot has 2. Let's take a look at decks here. 1v1 Brit is the name, and we do see 10 Tiger Claws. I'm never going to say anything bad about Tiger Claws again. If you know, you know. Otherwise, pretty standard. We got Yurumis with whips. Yeah. Let's take a look at Brit.
Another 10 spies in the deck for Rohbrot. He really must love these spies. I'm not quite sure if they're handy here against India. I don't think I've ever seen an Indian mercenary build, but for the rest it looks pretty standard. He can upgrade any unit that he wishes, and he is very flexible. So lovely deck here from Rohbrot. And yeah, both of these players are just collecting their treasures on each side of the map. It seems like Rohbrot didn't find that cow. He's hidden behind the cliff. Do you see him there? He's in the shadow. Yeah, so he's actually very camouflaged. Oh no, he does see him. So this sneaky cow is not gonna be holy, but he's gonna be eaten.
Oh wow, Ezad getting an 80 food treasure as well. So we are...
Look at the Explorer micro here. He's pulling the wolves.
Yeah, very nice.
Getting his AoEs on all of them. That's very clean. And I think he's going up with the Agra fort here.
Yes, he is. The classic middle jam your forward base into this really just awkward choke point. Let's take a look at the geography real quick. So there's another kind of gap here. Nice passageway there. So he's kind of cutting off this side. I think he's identified where Brit's next herds are mainly, and that's why he chose to put it a little more to the right to kind of cut off these southern resources. Let's take a look over at Rohbrot's perspective. He's on 17 villagers currently, and he's about halfway aged up with the governor. We do have a market down. Let's look at his line of sight. So he has kind of scouted half map. Manor's going towards some of the yeah. I mean, this is like a perfect like scout. Like he's little OCD, even the edges. But anyways, oh, the stream is lagging. Okay.
See some.
Let's see here. Are you guys lagging, or is it just a couple of you in the chat? Please let me know. But anyways. All right. Really laggy right now? Yeah. Shit. Okay. Let me pause the game. Huge FPS drops. Okay. Can't see shit. Okay. All right. I'm not quite sure at the moment what to do. Maybe I'll just let it load for a couple of moments.
Yeah, hopefully, I don't know. Maybe it's the game itself. On Discord, I can see the stream. it's also not super fast, but I thought it was still okay. But if I open the Twitch, yeah, it's really like a PowerPoint slide.
Oh. Okay, all right, I'm pressing play here real quick. Let me see, know what you see on the Twitch. If it's bad, we can re-enter potentially. Is it so like choppy on Twitch for you?
On Discord, it's looking good. On Twitch, we just unpaused, and yeah, it seems like it's still very, very choppy.
Okay. I'm going to exit the game real quick and then go into it. Let me bring you guys back to the main screen here real quick. Apologies, everybody.
Yeah, that's why they call it Painted Desert, because we're only showing you paintings of the games. We're not really showing you a game here. But yeah, we're going back into the game. Hopefully it will be better.
Yeah, for me, I'm looking at the OBS thing right now, and I'm at CPU 5% and 60 FPS, so I'm not really sure what exactly is happening with the stream syncing. It's lagging even now. Whole stream dropping massive frames everywhere. Okay. I'm gonna restart my computer then, I think.